We are streaming and we are recording, and oh my god, we are live. We're live.
Oh my god.
Hello.
We're live.
Hello. Hello, live.
Okay, everybody knows we're live, so we're live.
We are here.
Did you guys just hear my phone go off?
No.
No.
Okay, good.
Dreadpool, what's up? Infinite Hero, Wesson, what's going on, everybody? How you guys doing in the live chat room?
What's up, guys?
How's
Hello
everything? All right, let's get on with it. You're wicked hot. What's going on?
What's up, hot?
You know, we were making
What?
fun of that Folks guy on Royal Rumble. Jey Uso's intro, his music. Remember?
Oh, yeah.
We were going, folks.
It's just me, folks. How you doing?
Yo, you had me dying with that. That was so funny.
That was funny.
Folks.
Fred, that's not even what we're talking about.
What?
Fred, we're talking about something completely different, and you're talking about something completely different.
Oh.
We're talking about Jey Uso's entrance. He goes, yeet, yeet, yeet. We were going, folks.
Folks.
So there you go. Making fun of that guy.
Hey, wait, you hold on a minute.
What?
You messaged me, not the group that we're live. I got it.
Oh.
By accident. That's all right, I'll get it.
Oh my God. Does he have Star Trek? Yeah, he has Star Trek every week.
Hell yeah. This is Voyager.
It's just
back
me,
here, the bridge.
Oos.
Nice. The bridge.
Jeff M, what's up? Arthur Morgan, what's going on? Everybody's here. Hockey fan, what's up?
What's up?
Hello there.
There will be a Cheap Pop podcast this Monday night at around 10:30 p.m. Eastern. So get ready. We're going to talk about all the happenings. The MILF Man will make his podcasting debut on that episode.
Nice.
I cannot wait for this.
And if Eli wants to come on, he could come on. Jesus is going to come on as well. And Nick will be there.
That's going to be fun.
It's going to be a stacked house. I'm going to try to have it broadcast on this channel. And I'll put the archive up on the Cheap Pop channel. But, I mean, come on. There's like nobody on that channel. So what are we going to do? Let's do it on here and let's get it done.
That's going to be a damn good show. I cannot wait.
Yeah, the MILF Man has a bone to pick with Jesus about AEW. So that's going to be an interesting dynamic.
It's time.
I can't wait. I can't wait for that one. So this Monday night. Happy Wednesday, Cody. How you doing, man? Cody's here.
What's up, Cody?
Yo.
Cody Rhodes. That's going to be a great show. Of course it is. They've been doing that show forever. So yeah, it's Cheap Pop is pro wrestling. So we'll be talking about that again. It'll be interesting to see where we go with that because they're changing a lot of plans in WWE. They're not doing the old Vince McMahon booking. They're doing different booking here. So we will find out what's going on.
That was definitely a different outcome for that Rumble, which I'm sure you guys are going to talk about.
Oh yeah. Matt, what's going on, Matt? How you doing?
Yo.
Monday night and Milkman is in city. Yeah, he is. He's actually in the city. That's right. All right. Can we open the show? Hello and welcome to Game Complainers, episode 583. I'm your host, Berg.
Co-host Anthony.
And Frank.
And Fred.
And Fred, you asked me to open this show and you wanted to read something, so go ahead.
Wait, what?
You told me the other night you had something to say when I opened the show.
No, I didn't. I didn't say anything.
Oh, yes, you did.
Oh, boy.
Stop drinking beer and get your script out.
Oh, all right. Get my script out. I don't know what I had to say.
All right, whatever. Get this guy out of here. Everyone could hear everybody, right?
I hope so.
Yeah, you're coming out of my mic. Good. Okay. All righty. All right. So what's going on here? You were looking at Veilguard over here, and guess what? Everyone was laid off. There's like 80 people that work there now.
That's it.
So I will not get a sequel to this game, or I played as a midget woman. There she is. We need to play as more midgets in games. It's fun.
I always pick the dwarf if I can when I
yeah.
play these games.
Yeah, but you can actually make them a midget.
Yeah, I know.
Veilguard.
The CEO said it failed to resonate with a broad audience.
Yeah, I know, Anthony. Thanks for rubbing it in.
Failed to resonate with their fans of the previous entries. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Hey, I've never played a Dragon Age game in my life, but I played this game and it was pretty fun.
Yeah, I think it's an okay
Because,
game.
I don't let certain things bother me. I just play a game.
Exactly.
And the game, Frank got me this game for $25 at Walmart. Like what, a month ago? When it was still full price?
Wow.
So I said, yeah, I'll check it out for $25. I played it. I didn't see anything wrong with it. You got a bunch of, old man crybabies on the internet. Oh, they're trying to turn me this and that. It's like, what? I made a midget, bro. I made midget Joanna Dark over here. It's a slasher to me.
They missed their sales expectations by over half. So
Well, yeah,
50%.
you know why? Because Inquisition was shoved down everyone's throats like 85 times. People are done with that stuff.
That was 2014. That was over 10 years ago.
Yeah, I know.
And it's funny, there were like no RPGs like this for years, and then this year and last year, all these RPGs are coming out. Like Dragon's Dogma, this came out.
Dragon's
Avowed.
Dogma is awesome. I like it.
Yeah, I'm glad
And
there's
that
more
came
games
back
like
after
this.
like 10, 15 years, Dragon's Dogma. It literally took them well over a decade to bring that sequel back. Capcom brought it back.
Yeah,
You know.
It was
I think
below
that-
mid. Well, let me tell you something, Arthur Morgan, okay? I'm going to tell you this once, buddy. I don't care what Metacritic scores there are. I don't go to websites. I don't look up scores or reviews. What I do is I put my money where my mouth is and I buy the game and I play it. And I had fun with this fucking game. And if that bothers people, oh, fucking well.
Yeah. People can play it and hate it. People can play it and like it. It's
You know
matter
what,
of-
Anthony? I think I like men now. Now that I played this game, I
That
think
could
I'm starting to like
probably
men.
happen.
You're good to go to GameStop.
Oh, man.
that already happened to Fred, so we're
Yeah.
good.
GameStop already.
I have a Switch every time I go into that GameStop. Don't worry.
And I mean, hey, we got this game for really cheap. You got it for 25. I got it for like 23.
So
the
wait a
other day.
minute.
Like,
You're criticizing me for playing this game, but you bought it.
well, maybe he was excited for it.
He's
he
one
didn't
of us.
critique anything. I think he was just saying it was below mid because he played it. I don't think he was coming at us for liking it or you guys for. I didn't play it, so
Dragon Age Origins is amazing. Easily one of the best RPGs I've ever played. Character customization was well in depth. Oh, Origins? Yeah, that's on the 360. You know how I know that? Because we have 1 million copies of that game. I paid $70 for this, then sold it and rebought it for $2.61. What?
Damn.
I
Nice.
picked a Veilguard on PS5, brand new GameStop 22. And so did Frank.
Yeah. So did I, because I figured I have the Pro. I've been
Oh,
wanting to play
Frank,
this
it's going to
anyway.
convert you, man. You have a wife and kids. What are you going to do?
I'm sorry. I have to play it, and then that's it. I'll have to just go.
You'll
That's
just
it.
have to
I'm
do
just-
it.
Gonna have to go out for some milk and never come back.
Oh my.
Oh, you're going out for milk, all right.
what are you going to the
God.
Grammys next? What are you doing?
Oh,
Oh,
no.
I- Oh boy.
I dress like that on the daily, so it's
Yeah.
fine.
I
what
just
a
said it
joke
was
that shows.
mid. Well, that's
his
all right.
weekend. That's his weekend car. That's his weekend outfit.
I haven't finished it, so maybe you're right. But so far, me playing it, I thought it was good. I don't usually play games like this, and it was fun.
I do. I love these kind of games. So for me, it was like $22, no brainer. I'm
A
buying it.
Pro, one of us. You know, I have this on Series X because this guy was only able to find it for me on Series X.
Yeah, Walmart only had the Xbox version on clearance, and then GameStop put them all on sale. But
Yeah, that's why I said
was
I don't
later.
care. Give me the Xbox. I just want to play the game. I want to see
Yeah.
how good it is.
Tony.
What's the issue with the game? Well, because when you put what color eyes that you want, it says, "Hey, what's your pronoun?" And you choose what you want, and that's it. That's all they ask you one time. But according to the internet, they try to convert you, and they're constantly asking you what your pronouns are. It's like, bro, it asked me one time for like 2 seconds. It's like, I don't care. What do I care? It's a fucking game.
Wait, how come everyone?
It's like
in
if you
your
go
party is
to a
midgets?
movie and they do something you don't like, you walk out of the movie theater. It's fine.
Did you
Yeah.
make all three of those people? Because they're all midgets except for the one.
No, I made one.
Oh wow, that's funny.
From Munchkin.
It's probably when you select a class, they stick you with midgets.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's odd. That's
But
great.
there's a costume she has. She looks like midget Joanna Dark.
God.
There are also no cutscenes. No, there are cutscenes depending on the choices you make in the game. Well, that's true. But I was never asked anything else about that.
I don't particularly care. I just want to play a good RPG. And
I've never
not
played a
many
Dragon Age game,
RPGs.
so I bought it for $25, like you got it from me, and I was like, all right, I'll check it out. If it sucks, I'll get
Yeah.
rid of it. Not a big deal.
I learned my lesson not to buy these games at $70 anymore because we get scammed so many times.
I mean, I stopped buying BioWare stuff after the last Mass Effect, so
Well, BioWare is pretty much, this might be the last game ever because it seems like they're done.
yeah. Well, EA, you know how they are. They're if you like fuck up once, they're like, "Yeah, you're done, buddy."
Well,
We're
BioWare's
not
fucked up
supporting the
like
next
3
thing.
times already, so I think it's bye-bye for
Yeah.
BioWare.
3 strikes, you're probably going to be out because
The Act Man did a video. I gotta check it out. Venge, what's up, man?
what's up?
Anyway, yeah. So I played this game for a little bit, for probably about an hour and a half, 2 hours. And listen, if you got my attention for that long, I like the game. So
I have friends that really
when we
like
end
the
this
other ones.
podcast, I have to go to the all men's bar after this and enjoy my life.
Gonna have to go to GameStop and
Let's go to GameStop.
That's it.
You know?
It's converted me.
Welcome.
that's all it took.
Just go see the merchant from Mario 4. Welcome.
yeah, it's been out since October, and at this point, it's like if you can play it for cheaper.
Oh, I wish
check
I
it
would have
out.
known sooner.
Oh my god. He
Oh,
wasted
man.
all those years.
So much time.
Anyway, so this game put them out of business. So there you go. Meet you at the golden. Yes, that's right.
The Colt and banana. What?
Fred, you have no idea what you've been missing.
I have no idea. I really don't.
Now, at the where it says on the 29th of January, they were going to restructure the company to focus on Mass Effect 5. And then it says
Hey,
some BioWare
good
staff
luck
were
with
moved
that.
to the project, while EA moved some to other studios, such as Cheryl Chi, who joined the Motive Studios, and then some members of the Veilguard team were terminated, including Trick Weeks.
The head
and
writer
other
for this game
long-term
left the
BioWare staff.
company like last week or something.
Yeah,
Oh,
it
yeah.
says
Everyone's saying, "Oh,
long-term
she got
staff
fired," but
members.
no, she left. So I don't know.
This person, Trick Weeks, was also Patrick Weeks. It's an author, and they wrote Mass Effect, and Dragon Age, the originals, and they got terminated.
Terminated.
Arnie style, terminated. They posted on a website that they were no longer a part of BioWare because BioWare is quote unquote restructuring and downsizing.
They're just spending more time with their families.
They're spending more time with their families, but at the same time, when you take people that, you know, might be able to write a good story for Mass Effect 5, and it's, I mean, I'm not saying the last Mass Effect was good because it wasn't, but
What?
yeah, that I just wasn't. I played it for a few hours. Like this, this, you know, it's not Mass. No, it's, you know, Mass Effect 4, quote unquote. This one's supposed to be 5, but it's not really. It didn't really feel like a proper sequel. You know, it just kind of felt like Andromeda was like, it was almost like a lazy sequel to 3. It was like you thought that they were going to start this new trilogy, and it was gonna, and it for me, it just didn't work. And that's the game that put the franchise on hold. Remember that?
Andromeda ran like
for all
dog
these
shit,
years.
man. It was horrible.
Yeah, like it literally stunted Mass Effect in its place, and now years later they're like, well, now that we're restructuring, let's focus on 5. It's like, you guys should have never stopped. Andromeda was 2017. You should have not even made a game like Andromeda. You should have scrapped it if it wasn't looking good and actually made something that was good.
Yeah, but they thought
instead,
you guys were going to be pay pigs and just buy it, and it didn't work out.
Remember how quick it dropped in price?
That's what's wrong with these fucking companies, man. Hey, I didn't tell them to spend like $500 million to make a game. They chose to do that.
Same thing with Halo Infinite. We weren't like, hey, make this supposedly one of the most expensive games ever made. We never told them to do that. And then they got fucking
we
delayed.
did.
Yeah, apparently. We told them to
Sony's
redo it. They redid it, and
Sony
guess what? It was still shit.
Sony's learning that lesson now, huh? With Concord and all that.
Yeah.
By the way, Gran Turismo 7, allegedly, the PC port has been shelved.
I heard that.
Because they know no one's going to buy that game.
That and I heard they shelved the Demon Souls port. Those are the two I've been hearing.
I didn't hear that.
Yeah. People are going to be pissed about that one, but
I didn't hear about that. Where did you hear that from?
I could tell you right now. Probably the same place. It said both in the article I read.
Yeah, I mean,
let me say.
I don't know. Gran Turismo, the last one, I wasn't too crazy about.
Yeah, Jeff M. It's being restructured, but there's like less than 90 people there. I think they used to have over 400 employees or something.
Well, they said it's currently not being ported to PC, so not right now. But I guess
how has it been shelved if it hasn't been ported?
Well, it says
Gran Turismo 7 was actually being made.
Yeah.
So it was shelved. So how the fuck is the game shelved when it's not even made yet?
Well, they're not.
So Gran Turismo 7 was shelved. That's the news.
Wait, 7 or 8? What are you talking about?
Gran Turismo 7, the one that's on PlayStation right now, had a PC port and they shelved it because they were like, no one's buying the game anyway.
That kind of sucks though, because it's like, if you're gonna put Spider-Man on there, you're gonna put God of War on there, Last of Us. Why not Gran Turismo?
Probably because it's not making any money. So why are they gonna even bother?
Yeah.
Yeah, here I see the article here. They only brought it up because the Gran Turismo and Demon Souls were the two left from that leak of list, and all the other games came. So those are the only two that weren't in that list.
Right.
Well, why not Demon Souls though?
I think we'll get something with Demon Souls or Bloodborne.
People would buy that
possibly at this showcase coming up.
But like, I don't know.
No, they probably will. They probably will. I didn't know it. I thought they were already working on it, but if they didn't even start, they'll probably do it.
Yeah, because I feel like the Souls games always sell, no matter what.
Yeah, people will buy that.
Gran Turismo is kind of like the last few games I've been kind of less and less interested. I used to play all of them, really. PS1, PS2. Played the one on PS3, and that was the one I really last
It's like
played.
a freaking... Listen, it's always been a racing simulator, but it's like way too advanced now. It's more about like doing behind the scenes stuff than driving the car, and it's kind of annoying.
We couldn't even figure it out, the three of us.
That's why, Forza is going to sell pretty well on PlayStation, which we'll talk about in a little bit, because people could just jump in and play this stupid game.
That's true, because I think around after I played 6 on the PS3, which is 2013. And right around that time was when I was like, I gotta try to check out what Forza's doing. And then eventually I had, when I got the Xbox One finally, I was playing that and I enjoyed those games. So I kind of went back and played those that I was missing at the time. So and then I played 7 when we were hanging out, and then we had to play it for like 2 hours, and the intro and shit like that was too long. And then by the time we got into the game, it was like, all right, before you do a race, you gotta you did a race, and then you had to check your tire pressure and change the different tires and shit. I was like, all right, I understand this is for people, but this isn't for me. I was like, this seems a little more complicated. You can't just jump in and start your story.
Forgot what Dreadpool said earlier. Wait, you can buy a game and play it? I thought Twitter said you don't need to play a game to trash it. Oh yeah, there you go. Chat to Twitter.
Online.
Nothing but a bunch of idiots on there. I see them all day, every day.
Yep.
So Anthony and I covered the Marvel vs. Capcom event yesterday. And
yeah,
before we
went
live, Anthony said, "Hey, people are requesting codes for Marvel vs. Capcom on Xbox," and Capcom responded with a winky face, saying, "We don't have codes now, but maybe in the future." Winky face.
Yep.
And I was like, "Oh, it's definitely coming today," like I had predicted. So I tweeted it, and some guy commented, "Bro, it's not coming out on Xbox." And I was like, "Come back here at 6:00. The minute they announced it, the guy blocked me on Twitter. And then I looked at his page and he retweeted, "Oh, it's coming to Xbox." It's wow.
Yep. Yeah, it's like, dude,
you can't admit you're ever wrong, huh? This generation.
Just have to pretend it never happened.
Dude, we're totally screwed when we become old, because these idiots are the ones that are gonna take care of us in the nursing home. Horrible.
Just throw me out the window, man.
Jamie, what's going on, buddy?
What's up?
Look, you got Nosferatu over here.
What?
Nosferatu.
You don't see him in the video?
Oh yeah, I see him.
You got this little Italian midget trying to talk to this guy.
Okay.
He looks like Nosferatu, but sexy.
Yeah, where's the sexy?
It's like a midget Marlon Brando, this guy over here.
You need sexy Nosferatu, sexy Frankenstein, sexy Wolfman.
Let's not talk about the Wolfman. Batman saw Wolfman and he said it was horrible.
I heard it was horrible.
That's the second Wolfman movie they made in 10 years that was bad.
It wasn't that good, man. I'll be honest.
The Wolfman is like Leatherface. They got to make 50,000 Wolfman movies that are horrible. What's going on?
You know what it is, man? They did this thing where it was more of a body horror kind of film the whole time. So it's almost like he's infected. Imagine a zombie infection movie, but instead that's the Wolfman. So you see him slowly.
Yeah, that's not the Wolfman. Throw that out the window.
They
What's he gonna get? The T virus, and then Wesker's chasing him around. What are we doing here?
Because he doesn't really fully.
He's supposed to be cursed, not given a virus.
Yeah, because it's he's sitting there in bed and he's just withering away, instead of it being just one transformation.
He's supposed to transform at night, and that's it.
Right.
He doesn't stay the Wolfman.
But let's just say that there's.
He's sick and hooked up to IVs, and what?
Yeah,
who wants to see that?
Yeah, no, the cool things that they did do in the movie, where I thought the cinematography was pretty cool, is when they started to kind of show how his vision changes and how he hears things. He can't even hear what his wife is saying anymore, And so she's talking to him, and it goes to his perspective.
Throw that movie out. That's garbage.
So some of the you want to go out, and he goes out. Ooh,
yeah,
ooh, like a dog.
Yeah, he's barely there, but
does he run when he sees the leash? Does he run to the door? What's going on?
And she shakes the food bag to get him to come back.
Yeah, the trailer really did ruin the movie because it shows you everything. If you see the trailer, you've seen the movie.
He's eating a dead body outside, and he hears the food shake, and he runs back to the house.
The who?
He's got a tennis ball in his mouth with blood. Like,
Throw that
Yeah.
out. That's trash.
that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
Hey man, it's on this, you know.
That's
It's on
okay.
the site.
I can leave this planet without ever watching that. So there you go.
I saw
Yeah.
the last one in theaters and it was bad too. So
What was the
Why would
last
you
one?
even bother?
I don't know. It was 2010 or something, right? When was the?
What the hell? Who was in that movie?
I don't remember. I saw
Yeah.
it however 14 years ago.
Not the one with Sean. Was Sean Connery in one of them? Or am I going nuts?
I don't know.
Don't
I
worry
just know
about that, Fred.
Yeah.
Me and Callie
2010, The Wolfman.
Okay.
I found it.
me and Callie went to go see the, you know, we saw the new one. We wanted to give it a, you know, a chance or whatever. And
No,
yeah,
you're just wasting your money. That's all you're doing.
Oh, it was Anthony Hopkins in the 2010 one.
okay.
Oh, Anthony Hopkins.
The Wolfman's
Yeah.
like Leatherface. You just don't see those movies.
Yeah, they're not good.
The overall final design of
I
the
wanna see
Wolfman is the
People
biggest
start to tell me the
disappointment.
Wolfman was better than Dracula and Frankenstein.
I still, well, I have
What I hate
Nosferatu
is
downloaded. I have to
Every
watch that
time
too.
there's a new horror movie, they make this new guy the third wheel. It's Freddy, Jason, and the new guy. And it's like, bro, the new guy doesn't even deserve to sit on the couch.
Right.
I'm sick of that.
You have these horror franchises
It
that have been
makes
around
a
for 40 years.
It makes a reboot, and people go out and see it. Oh, we got to put Pennywise next to Freddy and Jason. No, you don't. He's completely. He's not even in that like stratosphere of horror.
totally different.
It's completely
Yeah.
different. But they always try to shoehorn in that third guy, and it's annoying.
Yeah, here they just like, let's just say there's a Wolfman versus Wolfman scene
Oh, get out of here with that.
Oh, Jesus
because they're
Christ.
being hunted by.
Is that like the
something,
Hulk movie where
Because
remember the first Hulk movie with Jennifer Connelly? Right?
Yeah.
And it's basically the guy that plays the Hulk. He's got brown hair, and his nemesis in the movie he looks exactly like him, but he's got blonde hair. And they're fighting over Jennifer Connelly. It's like, what the fuck? Like, this is stupid.
okay,
That
but
movie,
this
oh
is
my
because
stupid.
this one, the twist also sucks. I will say, the twist is not surprising.
Yeah, what
at
is he
all.
bite the guy and the guy becomes a wolf and then they fight each other?
It's the guy. It's earmuffs. If anybody doesn't care, but basically
Earmuffs.
Earmuffs. If
Bro,
no one wants to hear
not one
spoilers.
person in the chat room cares. Go ahead.
Dude, I think hockey fan cares. Stevie Mac, he definitely
Hockey fan
cares.
doesn't give a
Batman
flying
cares.
fuck.
You know, I definitely know Dreadpool cares. He's really. I mean,
I don't
he's-
think
he's already
Dreadpool
the
cares. I
Wolfman.
think you're going to save him money at this point. I think he's happy.
Anyway, the twist is that because his dad went missing in the forest,
Dreadpool's dad?
Dreadpool's dad, he went missing in the
Who's dad?
forest. So the main character that becomes the Wolfman, because again it gets infected. So if you get scratched by this Wolfman in the woods, you become
yo,
Wolfman.
yo, you should have fucking just started the car and drove away. Like, what the fuck is this shit?
So is this Teen
this
Wolf
is the
where the dad
stupidest
is
thing ever.
also?
yes.
Oh
Yes.
my god!
The
I
dad-
can't
but
believe
they
it.
fight. They fight. There's a scene where they're throwing each other into the walls and shit, and it's Wolf Boy versus Wolf Dad.
No,
It's like
that's Teen Wolf,
Oh,
man. I ain't
God.
watching.
Was
that.
Rob Zombie music playing when they were fighting?
That sounds so stupid.
because when he finally kills him, he looks at the tattoo and it's his dad's tattoo. So it was supposed to be
Was
like,
it,
"Oh."
Was Wake Me Up Inside playing? What, the Evanescence? Was that playing when they were fighting?
Yeah.
No.
I hope so.
Oh,
So someone could make a music video with that. But yeah.
Glass Shatters was playing when they were fighting.
Yeah.
That song will go nowhere near that film.
I hope not.
So
Dude, I'd rather see the guy from Disturbed fight the Wolfman.
All right,
well, we can do
Wolfman.
the next.
It's time to end.
No,
your
can you
darkness.
imagine if he's fighting the Wolfman, but he's singing while he's fighting the Wolfman?
It seems like you have the sickness.
That would be
so
a
you
better
just-
movie.
Please, I would love to see
That would be a
You have
better
the
film.
sickness.
Yeah, he's singing down with the sickness while he's fighting the Wolfman.
But
Hitting
yeah,
him with the mic.
It's like I feel like the
Yes.
Wolfman, the Wolfman original is still the best because it is what it is. Like the curse gets put on you and you become the like.
It's a
he does
curse.
get bit
It's not
by
a freaking
wolf.
virus.
Well, he does get bit by a wolf.
I
but
don't
it's not
care.
like
That's not how it
another
happens.
Wolfman. No, I'm saying in the original.
When
like,
you get
it's not
bit by a
another...
cat, you don't turn into a cat now, do you?
No, but in the original, he gets bit by a wolf.
Lon Chaney Jr.
And Lon Chaney Jr. and he become. But here's the thing: this slows it down for the whole movie, where he's like slowly becoming the Wolfman. Where the original gets the business. I mean, they're all the original Universal movies are probably just over an hour. They're probably 70 minutes, 75 minutes, give or take. So it got in and got out. But that's my favorite, man. I love all the
Silver
originals. All the black and white Universal monsters are awesome. Silver Bullet's another great movie. Better than this one, I would say. But
RWK, what's up?
So,
Callie liked it more than me, but I was like, I'll probably never rewatch it. You know, it's not something I would, you know, go back and be like, I got to get this on 4K.
Come on, you
got
to get the steelbook. $65.
There is a steelbook too. It has the dumbass wife, which she was the worst actress in the whole fucking movie because she acted more like a sister to the daughter instead of like a mother, and she couldn't act. So that also didn't help because she's trying to carry the film while this guy's dying in the bed. And, you know.
Okay, that's totally not Wolfman.
Was
says
it was it horrible like when a stranger calls acting or what?
It wasn't When a Stranger's Calls acting, but it was just like the
Bro,
husband
that girl in
actually
that
wasn't
movie,
a bad actor.
That
The
girl
kid was a
couldn't
good
save.
actress.
She couldn't act to save her life.
Oh yeah, I know that movie.
She
in
was
When a
probably the
Stranger
worst in
Calls.
the movie. You know, but like it wasn't filled with horrible. It is more of an isolated film. It's really just them three at one point because they're going to this inherited house that was his dad's, right? So he goes there from his childhood because the movie begins with him as a kid. And they're in this like tree house, and the dad's like, "Be quiet, like don't fucking run off because there's shit out here." And then the dad, they like wait out the wolf man that's already out there but I'm confused. What happens to that wolf man if the wolf man infected the dad and the dad became the wolf man and infected the son? Then where's Granddaddy Wolf? Where's he at? You know what I mean?
He's with
He
Rob
died of
Zombie
old age.
singing in the woods. I don't know.
You know, because like they left a lot of that shit like uncovered, and the more I thought about it when I left the theater, I was like, that doesn't really make
I'd rather
sense.
just
Maybe
watch
Dracula shot him with the silver bullet.
Listen, you can blame Tom Cruise as the Mummy for the reason why we got this new Universal monster shit. Okay,
Yeah, you
because
blame
that
Tom Cruise
bombed,
for a lot of stuff. The guy's weird. We all know that.
Oh, speaking of Tom,
but
Cruise,
because that movie bombed, you know, now
Jamie,
we
I'll
have,
take care, buddy.
there you go. He's got the
Thank you.
Vanilla Sky 4K.
Yeah.
Why would you
But
buy
yeah, like-
that movie on 4K?
I actually like that movie.
That's his favorite movie.
It's one of my favorites, actually. I'm not gonna lie. I can't lie.
Yeah, I mean, there's gonna be, you know, I think they're making The Bride, which is The Bride of Frankenstein, but it's just called The Bride. So that's gonna be the next movie they're coming out with.
Jesus.
So they're pretty much giving me the middle
Brian,
finger
what's up?
because I love all those original Universal movies, and now I'm getting.
Just leave them alone.
What did he
Just
say?
let them
Dracula becomes Marlon Brando?
Deal. Who's Deal? Brando? Who's that?
Yeah. Now, I haven't rewatched The Invisible Man, but when I saw that, I just thought it was like it just was okay. Like it wasn't like
It was decent.
like I probably like The Invisible Man a little bit more, and I still have to show Callie that one, but I liked that a little bit more than this, but I still didn't really like the concept as much. But yeah, apparently The Bride is coming out this September.
Nice.
And it's based off Bride of Frankenstein. So they're doing The Bride before Frankenstein. They haven't done like
Nosferatu at all. Or no.
no. So I have Nosferatu downloaded, but I haven't actually watched it yet.
Right.
All right. We'll talk about this shit later. What about games? People come here for games. What's going on?
All right.
Fred, put the fucking movie away. We're talking about
We
games.
talked
now.
about Capcom.
Right,
So
right,
yeah.
right.
So essentially, we streamed the Capcom event, and we got what we wanted.
Did we get Code Veronica,
Marvel-
Anthony?
Yeah. Perry screamed at the chat, and Marvel vs. Capcom is coming to Xbox, or it came to Xbox, so it dropped.
Finally.
Which-
and by the
which
way,
is-
I am 4 achievements away from not platinuming the game, but getting all the achievements on Xbox.
That's crazy.
Nice.
I
Yeah,
don't think
so
I'll
I
ever get them, but there you go. Go ahead.
Yeah, it came out the same day as the show, and then they announced the Fighting Collection, which is actually coming out on Xbox from day one. Now that they've made this adjustment, which I thought was also cool, that's coming out May 16th.
Carlos, I asked you for the map. Nice hearing from you, Carlos.
Carlos is
Nice
here.
hearing.
Carlos.
So May 16th, we have the Marvel Fighting Collection 2, and day one, Xbox, PlayStation, PC, all that stuff. So that's good. It's all good. I mean, this is why you speak up, and again, Capcom.
This is why you don't take it laying down or lying down. You go on there and you complain about it, and you get things done. You don't go, oh, well, it's not coming to Xbox. We don't need it anyway. No, go fuck yourself. You're stupid. Go over there, tweet Phil Spencer, tweet Capcom. You get this game done. The community got this game on Xbox. They got both games on Xbox.
That's true.
That's a positive, and that's a thumbs up for the community.
Yeah, it's a positive. And look, when we saw...
Those games are important to the history of gaming, okay? That needs to be everywhere. All you motherfuckers out there say, well, play your games everywhere. Well, guess what? How can you play them everywhere if they won't put it on there? So everyone that complained and made noise, thank God. You got the game on the console. You got both games on the console.
Yeah, because when I saw the trailer for the other Fighting Collection, and then at the end I saw the Xbox, I was like, oh yeah, like that's fucking awesome. Like immediately, like it wasn't just like another like, oh, now we gotta wait and they gotta call them up on the phone and shit and see how long this process takes. Like no, they're just like, all right, if we're gonna make sure this gets out on Xbox. So that was cool. I think it's cool that they're bringing back these games that get to find new audiences and people can play online with them, which is really fun. And like Perry, like he just pretty much almost completed the game in a matter of 24 hours, which just shows that these games are timeless. Kind of like how I play Resident Evil over and over again. Perry's been playing these fighting games for decades. So it's just, you can't really put a price on that era of gaming because it's like, we'll just buy it. Perry's going to buy it on multiple consoles. I'll get it on multiple consoles. You just want to play
I buy it
everywhere.
because you got to support that game.
Exactly.
Because guess what? The more copies you buy and the more copies they sell, Capcom will go to Disney and be like, all we did was put these 30-year-old games on there.
And it printed money.
Money. Do you think that we can do Marvel versus Capcom 4? And Disney will go, sure. Take the money you made and go make the game.
Yeah, as long as you don't make it like
This is how this works, everybody. When you go out there and say, we don't need it on Xbox, you're a fucking idiot. Because you do need it on Xbox, because you need to sell as many copies as you can so they can go out and make the fourth game. This is how this works. And by the way, the fourth game is going to be fantastic whenever they decide to make it because Disney now owns everything.
Yeah,
whereas when this Infinite garbage came out 10 years ago, Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, they couldn't put the X-Men in because Fox wasn't licensing out the X-Men. They couldn't put Fantastic Four in. They couldn't put a bunch of these characters in there. That game was a piece of shit because of that. Now they can go back and make the fourth game. So there you go.
Yeah, it just shows that you
So
have
buy
to
this game
sometimes-
wherever you can, physically and digital. I got them all physical. I got them all digital. I'm ready to go. I got it on every platform. You need to support this game or any other game in the future. You don't sit
this
there and be
comes
like,
out,
I guess it's not coming out, so that's okay. I don't need to play it.
Yeah, we don't need it. We don't need it anyway. It's like, no, motherfucker.
No, you don't need that, but you need Wukong, a game that fucking blows donkey dick.
It's like, dude, like we just need something like this that can run on everything. We need it on everything.
We need it. Sony money had it. We need it. We need it. And we need it in Game Pass for free because we're not buying nothing because we don't buy games.
Huh? What?
Yeah, but like Perry said, stuff like this, just support it on everything because Capcom has been, at least listening to fans. They still do weird stuff like the GOG, like, reaction to them wanting to do Dino Crisis. We'll probably talk about that a little bit. But yeah, it's essentially just, for the most part, Capcom listens and they understand like, all right, let's just try to do this right. And It was a good way to kick off the thing because again, we even looked at that and was like, why would they be showing this again? They're not updating it. There's not DLC.
There's not DLC for a 30-year-old game.
And then I let you guys know last week. I was like, just from the Discord, it seems like
David,
there might be something going on because people were asking for those requests and stuff like that, and it just kind of worked out. So
It's clobbering time.
we got good Xbox news out of that at least. But so we moved on to Onimusha, which we saw a bunch of this time. We got more of like a in-depth developer. Onimusha.
I would speak Japanese in this chipmunk voice, but I don't know Japanese.
Yeah, it's never mind. I don't want to get demonetized here. But yeah, I
bring out the Hulk Hogan, Anthony. We know you got it in you.
Bring out the Hulk Hogan.
Oh boy.
Jeez, I hope not.
Jesus. Yeah. Onimusha looked great. It says 2026 still, but we did get
Onimusha.
Oh my.
Onimusha, Way of the Sword, baby.
Oni sushi.
Oni sushi. Jesus.
Only sushi.
I was calling it Way of the Walrus yesterday. I don't know why. I just thought it was funny.
They did actually give me some pretty cool like screenshots of Onimusha that look cool. They really are trying to make it seem like it's just kind of still set in that universe, and it's just trying to return to the fantasy feudal Japan, like the darker kind of setting. It's set in Kyoto during the Edo period, and the game
The
follows
Judge
the
Edo
battles-
period?
The Shido period between a lone samurai armed with the Oni gauntlet and
He should be DLC for that game.
that'd be awesome. Yeah, I mean, all I'm gonna say is the graphics look great in the RE engine. The fighting looks great, and the one thing they actually mentioned about this was that they're not trying to make this game like intentionally hard. They're trying to make it to where people can kind of jump in and play and not feel like so overwhelmed. They said they wanted to feel more rewarding. So they don't want to make this like a Souls-like game that is very challenging and very, unforgiving in many ways. And that's fine if people like those games, but they are challenging.
Mental Nana, what's up?
What's up? I'm sure there'll be difficulty adjustments, but they seem like they're trying to make this where you can kind of jump in. And I heard Path of the Goddess was kind of like that too. I know Axel played that, but I haven't played it. But I heard that was still more like they tried to make it a little more like you could jump in and play it and not feel like you're getting your ass kicked and you want to give up. So that's great. I mean, Onimusha coming back. This is the first time people are going to be playing Onimusha if they don't play the remaster, which we'll get to. But the first one was remastered, 6-7 years ago. And that was people's first introduction to it, right? And now with this being like a brand new game, there might be people that jump into this that, just want to check it out to see where it's at. So no actual date, though. It still just says 2026, but I'm sure they'll probably put this out maybe like early 2026, depending on where Resident Evil lines up. If not, maybe like later 2026, maybe like summer or fall, maybe. We'll just have to see how that RE schedule is looking like.
Yeah, it's going to be a strange thing for them because if Resident Evil is going to hit the 30-year anniversary, where does Onimusha fit?
Where does that fit?
I have a feeling that they're going to do a content dump for Resident Evil on the 30th anniversary. Something tells me that they're dropping Remake on the 30th anniversary, Remake 5, and then you're getting Resident Evil 9 later that year.
We know they're working on stuff.
You open in March with the remake, and then you set people up for September, October for the 9th game.
That would be amazing.
They're going to make a crazy amount of money if they do that.
Yeah, I hope so.
like we talked about last week on the show, Village is the second most selling single Resident Evil title right behind RE2 Remake. So the mainline games still sell just as well. And people tend to forget that. Even though, again, I'm not a fan of the story and the characters where they took Village, right? But some people don't care.
Hell
Some
yeah,
people just-
Brian. I agree. Go
some
ahead.
people just like to buy the game and they like to play it. You know what I mean? They don't care. They enjoy it, and that's fine. It's successful because you've also had the remakes be successful that also just kind of coasted along. But Onimusha is great, man. This is a perfect example of, them going back to their IPs, and the survey they put out last year that had Dino Crisis in one of the second or third most requested things to come back was Onimusha, and that actually got the front seat before Dino Crisis. Now, that's not to say that we'll never get Dino Crisis, but it looks like they must have just saw Onimusha and they're like, let's do that one. And that's what they're doing. And
That's
maybe
fine.
that was a coincidence.
They
I don't
need
know.
to start bringing back IPs that people are going to buy. That's what they're doing. Survey. Capcom's doing a smart thing, unlike Square and all these other places like EA and Ubisoft. Oh, we're just going to make 10 more Assassin's Creeds and Far Cries. You're going to buy them all, right? At full price? You're not tired of these games, are you? Capcom is like, hey, what do you want? What do you want? Because we'll make it.
Yeah, look at Dead Rising Deluxe. That was also a test to see if people want to see Dead Rising come back.
Right. Because they don't want to start making new IPs that people aren't going to go out and buy. So they're going to turn around and make most of their money reviving these IPs and fixing them. So Dead Rising was a test. Depending on how that sells, they're going to look at each other and be like, do we do Dead Rising 5?
Now, people were telling me that apparently it didn't sell very well, the last Dead Rising, but I don't know. That could change, I don't know what would make that sell more. Maybe if you did the second one again and did a co-op remaster, that'd be fun. You bring that back. But if the first one didn't sell well, I don't know. Again, they're testing the water, right? Deluxe Remaster, I did like that for Dead Rising because it was a 1-for-1, remaster, but in the RE engine. So they didn't change anything. It was just they changed some things here and there, but it wasn't anything that was detrimental to the game. And the fact that you can move and shoot, and they made the game a lot easier because the old janky mechanics actually made Dead Rising 1 unique.
Mental he's picking a fight with you, Anthony. He says he liked Village.
Oh, yeah, I know. We talked about this before.
He said it was fun.
Yeah.
Anthony did a review on it and said it wasn't fun. Uh-oh.
Anthony did a review on it. I mean, I did.
You did a 24-hour live stream where you played the game 85 times and you said it sucked.
I did a
And you
24-hour live
gatekeep
stream.
and tell people they shouldn't enjoy it or else.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Nintendo does the surveys too. They put out a survey a while ago about Mario and Luigi, and then they brought it back.
But that's what you have to do. You have to ask the audience, what do you guys want? You can't be tone deaf like EA and, Ubisoft and all these stupid companies. Like this game right here. A lot of people are upset about this game, okay? Those are the hardcores, I'm assuming, because I've never played a Dragon Age game. For me, I'm coming in here and I'm having a fun time. The gameplay is great. But you have hardcore fans that are really pissed off about this game. You didn't put a survey out or anything. Say, do you want a Dragon Age game? Do you want a different type of game? What do you guys want?
They just started working on it.
They just said, you're going to take what we give you and you're going to like it. And people are just done. They're like, we're not doing it. So shout out to them because I got the game for $25. But, it is what it is. I mean, you got to ask the audience. You got to gauge the audience and see what they want. And then you have to go back in the board meeting and be like, okay, the audience wants Code Veronica, but it doesn't sell. And then the suits are going to say, well, if it doesn't sell, put that to the side and start churning out the one that does sell. RE5 Remake.
Yep.
You'll get Code Veronica, everybody, but they're going to hold that in their back pocket. Meaning if Capcom is dying, like they were 10 years ago, they're going to pull out Code Veronica. But until then, you got to wait.
Yeah,
Setting up controversy. What controversy? I'm telling you the truth. He actually did a 24-hour live stream bitching about the game. You can watch it,
the
Mental.
whole time. I was playing it. I was trying to, enjoy it, and then I went away for a week to play it more.
Mental needs to do a 24-hour live stream where he reacts to your 24-hour live stream.
Jesus.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that would be torture probably. But yeah, it's all good. I mean, 9 will still sell well regardless of what I say. I'm not, it's not.
No,
change.
you're not allowed to have a different opinion than the internet. Didn't you know that?
Oh, I know. But
Yes,
the
fuck that.
Onimusha stuff.
I hope Ari does something with the timeline. Says Bryant, like how Kevin Feige does with Marvel and the MCU.
Not happening.
I don't know, man.
You don't have anybody that's connecting that stuff together. So
Well, I think
continuity has always been a mess.
but isn't that the point of these remakes? Because now they can like streamline everything and have the direction that the company wants to go, instead of having random writers throughout the years figure out what they want to do.
Yeah, I mean, ideally they're trying to make it a little bit more cohesive, and no major changes have happened besides what we saw in 4, where it kind of started to change things of what actually happened. Where 2 and 3 remake, for the most part, the end result was the same. The contents within the games were a little bit different.
Right.
But the end result was still the same, with like Sherry leaving with them and then Jill leaving with Carlos. But then 4 was like, well, we're going to change the ending to where Ada hijacks the helicopter. It's like, well, that never happened. And we're going to change to where Wesker has a boat that's right next to the whole fucking thing. That
And he
never
shows
happened.
up.
And he shows up on the scene, like literally is like, hey, I'm in the water. Hey, give me 2 seconds. And he's literally in the village. Like, that's fucking crazy. So
But
they
that,
started
that
to make major
points
changes.
you directly into 5 because he brought the damn boat with him.
Yes.
He's not on the boat.
That's the boat he's on with Excella. That's
Right.
the same fucking boat.
They're setting you up for he's going directly to the 5th game.
Yeah.
Twice. They gave you the ending twice.
He has Krauser's
But that
body.
somehow translates to Veronica's next, everybody.
He has Krauser's body.
They
for
have to pepperoni
Ouroboros.
punch the ending into your fucking head.
They showed you that shot of Krauser's body for a reason. It's like he's ready to do Ouroboros. That's all what 5 is about.
That's
That's
what I'm
literally the
saying.
next step. But
That's why he went
yeah,
on the scene to go get the body.
That's what I've been saying since my podcast on Separate Ways. I've been saying, look, guys, it seems like
you
they're
know
going
what,
right into
man?
5.
You lied on that show, okay? And you're going to be exposed when this game comes out.
No, I'm never going to hear the end of it if it's a different remake first. People are gonna be like, "Well, it's not 5. It's 1 remake now." Look, it could be
What,
1
can I
remake
ask
next.
why these Resident Evil guys, they have it in their brains that Code Veronica's next? It's like they just don't listen to reason.
I think that you know what it is. I think they listen to rumors.
They need some shock therapy, man.
They listen to rumors. They listen to these idiots on Twitter. You talk about it with the Xbox guys all the time. There's people just like that with Resident Evil on Twitter. It's horrible. It's like if you believe these rumors, you're gonna let yourself down. If I believed everything
Anthony,
everybody told me,
Helldivers
online,
is coming to Xbox.
it-
What don't
exactly.
you understand
Spider-Man and
about
God of
this?
War.
Yeah, Spider-Man, God of War. We are gonna get it. It's like if I believed all that shit, I would just set myself up for failure. I keep telling people the same thing about RE9. It's like, stop believing they're just leaks. We can talk about it, we can speculate, but don't take it for face, because then you're just gonna get disappointed. It's just like, just wait until an official thing comes out. If Leon's the main character, Jill, I don't fucking know. We'll find out.
The ladies got
happen.
infected? What are you talking about? The ladies got infected? Is that in the Wolfman movie?
He's talking about Village.
Are you talking about his wife?
No, he's talking about
Lady
Lady D and
D?
her daughters.
Oh, the molded,
Yeah.
the house leaders.
Holy cow, says Cody. He's got a cow? Outbreak is in the new remake.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I think he's just saying people will believe anything. Yeah, exactly. The new remake's gonna have
No,
Outbreak.
it's always Code Veronica. It's like it goes in one ear and it just stays there. when it comes to Code Veronica. Anything else, it goes out one ear and out the other.
Well, if you think of the old classic
It's like,
style,
do you realize that the Resident Evil community are like zombies? Code Veronica, Code Veronica, Code Veronica, Code. They can't get over Code Veronica. Code Veronica sucks. And by the way, all you guys saying that aren't going to buy it anyway, because that game got the least votes on Good Old Games last week. All Good Old Games had 4 games or 5 other games, whatever it was. They were like, these are the top 5 games that people want us to remake. All the votes were public. 44,000 votes, 54,000 votes. Code Veronica, 4,000 votes. People want Code Veronica, but there's not many people, so they're not going to go out of their way and make it.
no, they're not.
Not
Gonna
right
port
now.
It to PC. It does deserve a PC port because that is.
Yeah,
the
but you
one
know what's
Resident
going to
Evil that
happen,
doesn't
Anthony?
have one.
They're going to port it, and then people are going to get mad at God. You should have put it on PS5. They don't make console games, you morons.
Well, they're going to get that anyway. They're going to get that.
Good Old
anyway.
Games
Even
doesn't
for the-
make console ports. They make computer ports.
even
Yeah,
for
they
the
blame
They're
Blame
CD
them
Projekt
for it.
Red. Don't you understand? Well, if they're CD Projekt Red, then they should put it like they did with The Witcher. No, that's not what they do. Good Old Games is PC only. I'm sorry. You can't go on eBay and buy an old netbook for $10 to play the Resident Evil trilogy on, because you can do that. You don't need a graphics card to run those games.
No, you don't even need the ones that were just put out on GOG. You could have a shitty.
That's what I'm
laptop to
saying.
play.
You can download those games on Good Old Games for $20 on sale. You could buy a crappy netbook from 10 years ago, 20 years ago even, and play those games. They'll run.
Oh, never
But
play on
everyone's like, I want my PS5, my PS5, my PS5. I want to share with my friends and share, but PS5, PS5, PS5. Stick the PlayStation 5 up your fucking ass. There's more to life out there than PlayStation 5. Just
That's
saying.
fair. I understand people would like to see the original
PS5,
games on
PS5,
all
original trilogy. You know
consoles.
how you see the original trilogy? You go out and buy a PlayStation 3 and you buy the fucking games digital in a store. Fucking done. The original trilogy is on your PlayStation.
Yeah, why can't people do that?
Holy
It's
shit.
so simple.
I mean, I get why people would like to see it.
Nah,
but
it's
not
all right.
like. I mean, I get it.
That's
though.
all right. It's all right.
You're telling me you don't want to just play Resident Evil 2 original on your Switch, on your Xbox, on your PlayStation, whenever? That would be awesome.
No, I don't.
Why?
Because I have
why
a
does it-
Dreamcast for that.
Yeah, but what if you don't?
Well, then you go. You
What if you're a
take
casual
you
gamer
take
that
a
just has two
huge
consoles,
fat
and
ass
that's
on
it?
eBay instead of buying a statue of Jill showing her big fat ass saying Jill sandwich for $500. You take your big fat ass to eBay. You spend $35 and buy a PS1. You spend another $25, buy a PS2. You spend another $60, you buy a PS3. And then you got all the trilogies you can fucking put on there. That's it. It's over. Simple as that. Don't buy one statue for 1 week and you can go out and buy all those games.
Yeah, no, I mean, I see what you're saying. I get it. I mean, I have.
There's
all
HDMI adapters, there's wireless controllers. You can modernize all those consoles now.
But it's not official. I can't play it like that.
those-
That's true. They think that it was only for PlayStation, which it was not.
No. That's why these PC ports
It
exist.
was on
because they're
PC.
taking the late 90s and early 2000s PC ports and just putting them on modern Windows, which is awesome. I played Dino Crisis today. That game looked awesome. That was like one of the best looking Dino Crisis like playthroughs I ever had because they did a good job at making it look good. They brought it back. They up-resed it. GOG does a great job, man. They deserve that money. You have to show them that they're doing a good job. That's why I buy it. I support it. They don't send me codes for free. I buy it. I bought the trilogy. I bought the bundle for Dino Crisis. I support them because they're doing a good job. I'm not going to be mad at them just because it's only for PC. That's what they do. They just make shit for PC. So, I mean, I agree. People shouldn't be getting mad at them just for like them not putting it on the machines because it's like they're not supposed to do that. That's up to Capcom. If Capcom wants to invest money for a team to make it for your, a trilogy for your Switch, a trilogy for your Xbox, that's up to them. Maybe they don't want to do that right now.
Who wants
Would it
VD now? Lady D and Code Veronica in the same game. Who wants VD now? Veronica
Oh
D.
God.
Nice.
Team up with both Lady D and Alexa. Bioweapons, good old game does great work on their hardware. Is there better controllers for PS3? Yes, Mental. There's an adapter where you can use a Series X controller on your PlayStation 3. I've shown that on
That's
my channel, by the way. It's called the Wingman adapter. It's on Amazon. I think it's about $50.
Yeah, the Wingman's awesome.
Plug that into your PS3 or PS4. You can use the Xbox controllers right on there, no problem. Or you can use a PS5 controller. I used the PS5 controller on an original Xbox.
Yeah.
With that adapter. So check that out, man.
That's
This is a
insane.
video or a stream on
Yeah.
that
What is VD? It's Veronica and Lady D
combined.
combined.
But yeah, so we're still talking about the Capcom.
And if
thing,
they
too.
remake Code Veronica, by the way, they would have to make that game super serious because there's no way they're going to make that game the way it is.
No, they
Steve
gotta
is
make
not
it
going to
more
act like a
serious.
fucking dick. And Ashford's not going to act like a fucking dick. You know what? I'm going to say something here. Everyone's offended about this game. I'm more offended by Ashford and Code Veronica. Okay? Where was the outrage then? There was none.
No.
This game asks you one stupid question when you set up the game. And because of that, this game is tainted now. But in Code Veronica, there's some weird shit going on in that game. The guy and his sister, he is his sister, but he's not his sister. And his sister's naked and she's like breastfeeding him. And what the fuck is going on in that game?
She doesn't breastfeed him, but she.
Bro, there's that one cutscene where she's naked.
I know it looks like,
and
sucking
he's
her
laying
titties.
down and she picks him up and it shows from behind and it looks like she's breastfeeding him.
Yeah, it's a bad
And then he's
angle.
making the noises and then he's fucking converting into the sister. Like, what the fuck kind of game is that? And
Yeah,
that's
it's
the
almost
game
like-
that everyone wants remade. But I have
is
to
a
hear
good-
about Dragon. Oh, they ask you a question, so the whole game is no good. Really? You're mad at this game for that? But then again, you have Code Veronica where you got crazy shit going on. But that's okay.
You can't argue with that.
Where's the outrage for that game? What game are you
Yeah.
talking about? Code Veronica, Mental. You ever play it?
He wants to experience it.
Oh, he's going to play it tonight.
It is a good game.
He's going to beat the
it
whole
just-
game to see the cutscenes.
It's a good game. It just suffers from pacing issues and
A lot
the
of
voice acting is a
backtracking,
little
too.
Yeah, the voice acting's goofy, and I think they should have brought Chris in a little bit sooner, and reunited them a little bit sooner. Because I think if they did a remake, they would change a lot of that. But I think
It's
the
like
boss
same
fights
shit
are
with
great.
Ellie and The Last of
mute-
Us. What? The mute what?
Oh, no, I was
now
saying
now
the
you're making
music
fun of
is,
mutes?
the music is some of the best in the series. It's a great game. Look, that was a great Dreamcast launch, not launch title, but early Dreamcast.
Well, that
title
game
to
made me
come out.
buy a Dreamcast because I saw photos of it and I was like, I need a Dreamcast because when that game hits, I'm ready. And that's what I did.
Yeah, I mean, I used to.
Has
shit on that
Resident
game a
Evil
lot
ever been
more.
pervy? Yeah. RE4, man, the
Yeah.
original. This guy Leon's trying to score with underage chicks. What the fuck's going on in that game?
Which
Yeah,
one was it?
she's 21. She's a college chick. Leon
Okay,
can get
but they
away
don't
with
tell
it,
you
yeah.
that. They say she's the president's daughter and she's a young girl. They
She gets
never tell you
kidnapped.
how old she is.
She gets kidnapped coming back from her college
And then she's
campus, though.
offering sex to this guy at the very end of the game. And you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Was it 5 or 6 that we played where the lady's totally naked in that one part? It's like the girl's sister. Which game
Yeah,
was that?
that's
I always
6.
think, yeah, okay,
Yeah.
that one was pretty pervy. So there
Yeah,
you go.
But they don't. She doesn't have nipples though. It's just like, you know, it's just
It's close
there.
enough.
It's close enough. Yeah.
And Village, obviously. Like there's so many examples.
Yeah. I mean, like it's just the Japanese. They're gonna do what they're gonna do.
There wasn't any of that
Yeah.
shit in the first game. That's all I know.
No.
Even the second game was clean. You know what? That all started with Code Veronica. Now that I think about it,
Some people would say the mini skirt with Jill in 3.
No. Okay, that's a mini skirt, but she had other clothes on. She had pants on underneath that. Okay.
Not in the original. She just had a skirt on, but
Yeah, but
it's-
she
it's
has
all
the
good.
shirt wrapped around her skirt on top of that.
yeah.
So she was dressed like a regular person. But if you think about all the crazy sexual shit happened in Code Veronica, and that carried over in the fucking 4.
It did get a little weird in Code Veronica.
And then in 5, they tried showing like that cutscene with Chevy's friggin' chest for 1 second when they're loading up the guns in the beginning. And that guy is
Shit.
looking at her. He's like, "Oh, are you ready yet?" It's
Dude,
true.
Sheva's costumes in 5 are fucking ridiculous.
Well, Chris is too. He's got a gimp outfit.
He's got a gimp outfit. She's got the fairy tale outfit where her fucking shit's just
Oh my
out.
God.
Like,
And
it's
then
ridiculous.
6, you got naked monsters in there. So what's going on here?
Yeah, RE5 has the leather Jill where it's like just cleavage and ass. It's like
And then
oh my
8,
god.
obviously. Like there's a ton in that. Was there
Yeah,
any
the-
in 7? I can't remember.
No, 7 was pretty.
Jack Baker was naked in 7.
Jack Baker was
so
naked, but that wasn't as offensive as
Oh god.
It was just gross.
he was in his underwear.
Yeah, but you know what's messed up about that game? When he's in his underwear chasing you, when you knock him down, he stays down. And he'll stay down for like 5 minutes. But if you stab him in the dick like 3 or 4 times, he wakes up instantly.
Yeah.
He's ready to go.
So they did that on purpose. Anybody try that when they play 7?
Even if you shoot his body, he'll eventually wake up again. Because it's like,
Yeah, but
You know.
it takes him a long time to wake up. But you stab him right in the dick, he gets right up. You
He's
take
like,
the
"Oh, I'm
knife and you
awake
just
now."
go like this.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, Jack
Um,
Baker sucked. Fuck him.
Artie-
I'm glad he's
RWK
dead.
says, he says, bro, is fucking Game Pass really raising their prices again in March?
Who
I haven't
said
heard
that?
RWK.
Yeah, I heard that. Apparently, we'll find out March 1st, right? People are saying
Uh-oh.
that's not true. They're not doing it. They just reported the biggest quarter financial of Game Pass. You really think they're not going to raise the price?
Now's the time to do it.
It's complicated because what there's some people are saying it's raising, then other people are saying no. The article really says that it's raising in every region to match, so every single region's the same price. So you can't like use a key site or a VPN to get a cheaper price on it. But I don't know. Either way, we're screwed. So we're gonna find out in a month. So we'll see.
I don't know.
I did look into that, but I don't believe that yet.
But
we'll
let's
see.
sugarcoat it and let's praise it and say, oh yes, they need more money. They're a $3 trillion corporation. Why am I celebrating how much money they're making? Screw them.
Yeah, and I've said it before. We're right at the point now where it's going to
You know
be
what?
too expensive.
I don't understand this one thing. I keep seeing this shit on the internet, and I keep hearing this from Xbox people. Let PlayStation people buy our games because they're funding it. They're funding more games for Xbox people. It's like, my guy, are they really funding more games? You're a $3 trillion company. They have plenty of money to make their own games. They don't need money from PlayStation. Like, it just doesn't make any sense. It really doesn't.
Well, and like we talked
And
about the other day,
I understand
they're
the
not making
Xbox
much.
division doesn't have $3 trillion, but they can make a call. They can manage their budget and then get more money. Everyone acts like it's all dependent on PlayStation buying Xbox games. PlayStation people aren't going to buy that many Xbox games. Okay, you put Forza 5 on Xbox. We'll talk about that in a little bit. That was revealed. You put that on Xbox, that's fine. What are you going to sell? 2 million copies? What's that going to get you at full price? 20 million?
That's what we on
What's that really going to do for your gaming, your development?
yeah, when we did Xbox Goes to Hell 2, we learned Avowed only made $28 million.
I'll be right
That's
back.
it.
You keep talking.
Okay. Yeah, Avowed only made 28 million. So that's like a flash in the pan or drop in the bucket for Microsoft.
Yeah.
That's why I think that it's silly that they're doing this, because they're gonna give up on the console as far as having exclusives to make like no money. Barely. I mean, unless Halo goes and it makes them millions and Gears. I don't know. I think more games that are gonna go day one will make them more money. Like if Gears hits day one on both, it's gonna make 10 million on each. Like it's gonna be crazy. I would think. Maybe not.
Yeah, because I mean
But
they haven't had a Gears game in a while, so people are gonna buy the shit out of that fucking
well,
game.
and that PlayStation's never had one. So if
Yeah,
they
exactly.
do that, I mean, hey, that you might be onto something there.
Mhm.
But these older games, they're not moving the needle. Yeah, they're selling decently as far as like sales in general, but they're not really getting that much money for Microsoft. They're not generating that much revenue.
Mhm.
So I mean, we're gonna see. Um, but I don't know. It's just interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we'll see because I know we still have to talk about what you guys kind of went over on the other show, but yeah, it's because like if they do Gears inevitably, then they'll just do like, the Ultimate Edition, or if they ever did like a Marcus Phoenix collection, that would immediately just go on PlayStation, as well, which would be great because it would just be it would get you up to speed, and then they could just do another collection for,
Yeah.
or not, just do like a port for like 4 and 5. So eventually they'll all be on there.
Yeah, they should just do that like right now. Just like put like the ports on there, just put all the games on there, just so people can be like,
You
oh,
would
so this is
think,
Gears of War.
but they're just
Could
not doing that for some
could
reason.
you imagine if a Marcus Phoenix collection comes out and it's only for PlayStation and PC because they're already on Xbox?
Yeah,
How
that'd
screwed
be
up that would be.
that'd
that'd
be
be
insane.
Like, because they're not gonna like they're not remastered. It just will have whatever
Yeah.
enhancements because the Series X already enhances the other games. Obviously, they need to put that out if they're gonna put Gears E Day on PlayStation because people haven't played it
yeah,
allegedly. And
Yeah.
Halo, you might want to put Master Chief Collection to get people for that. But
that's like a no-brainer, I think, because MCC like should be the first Halo mark on there because it's going to be a while until we get a sequel to Halo or what they're rebooting. So we're not even going to get one for a while. So now's the time to just be like, hey, let's just use that team that's still updating MCC, make that port for the the 5 Pro, and we'll see how it runs on there.
I thought they were gonna tiptoe into it and just put like infinite multiplayer on there and just like
Yeah,
see how. But I don't know. I mean, anything could happen.
Infinite multiplayer, will they make it cross-platforming either?
they would.
Yeah, like
I feel like they would.
that's what I in my head I just imagine that's would be their logical first step. But now I don't know. Everything's going crazy. They could literally
Yeah.
just put the whole Master Chief collection on there tomorrow, and
Yeah,
nobody
that
would really.
wouldn't phase us.
Yeah,
Perry wants Halo on N64, and he wants Code Veronica on the
Veronica.
SNES.
good luck with that.
I've actually never played Code Veronica.
Me neither. I just watched Perry play it, and I was like, "This
Yep.
is giving me a headache."
It's definitely confusing, but I'm telling you, it's not.
I'd rather play Reverse.
It's not as bad as I used to bash the game. Like I used to shit on it a lot more, and but when I got playing through it more times on the channel, I've it's definitely warmed up to me a little bit. But there's still blatant problems with it. But it's
Don't
very.
fret.
Don't do it.
Don't
Okay,
play it.
I won't. I will not play it.
It's literally $3.99 right now on the Xbox store. So
Oh,
if you want to
man,
spend
Oh,
$4,
$399.
Oh no.
yeah,
I think I
can't.
have it on there anyway, and I have it on Dreamcast, but I'm not gonna play it.
yeah.
Yeah.
There is a lot of backtracking, but I mean, I like Claire and Chris. I don't know what to say. I like seeing the Redfields team up. I think that's awesome.
Claris.
Super underrated.
Claris.
Yeah. And I know people like the Cleon duo, Claire and Leon, but I like seeing Claire and
it's
Chris
always been
together. I think
Leon
that's
for me.
badass.
It's always been Leon for me.
Yeah.
I love my Leon.
What did
What?
what did
Ugh.
Bryant say? Turok is back on Switch Online. Was that
Oh,
on
is
there
it?
already, or did they just add that?
I don't know.
I don't even remember. I think it's been on there for a while, hasn't it?
Mental is saying personally, I'd use the same argument that I use for PlayStation needing to go day one for PC. Xbox needs to take advantage of that new game hype and single marketing push. Otherwise, it's just old games. Yeah. I mean, I definitely see what you're saying there. I mean, it's definitely
They just
They-
have to make new games.
yeah, there just needs to be like ones that really stick out and just stick the landing a little bit better.
They're gonna
and
do it. I mean, the gap is getting closer. Indiana Jones was what, like a 3-month gap? It's just gonna get
Yeah.
to the point where they're just gonna put them all out at the same time.
Yeah, they were supposed to be getting Avowed soon, so
And they asked during the developer thing they did today, they asked the guy literally flat out was like, so obviously Avowed is going to come to PlayStation 5. So, and then he's like, I know you can't say anything about that. And the girl's just like, hee hee hee.
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
obviously, like, it's coming.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
we're not
coming.
stupid.
yeah,
That's one
Um,
I would have said just put it out because who
Yeah.
cares? Like, it's not like it's a flagship IP for Xbox.
no, and it might be a good game, but like,
it might run,
like
it
you
might run
said,
better on the PlayStation.
people aren't going to be like jumping right on Game Pass just to play it,
No.
No.
But or some might, but might be like, it ain't for me, So Leon loves men, says Perry. That could be
Oh,
true.
does he go to GameStop too?
Oh,
He goes to
the same.
GameStop.
He goes the same one we go to all the time.
That's where we went
okay.
to after RE4. Brian, that's a good question on whether or not they'll change Wesker's fate in RE5 remake. I think some people would argue that it was a mistake killing him off in the OG RE5
Yeah.
because every villain after him has been lackluster,
What did he
especially
die?
Simmons in RE6. But
Yeah, I can't wait for the RE5, like that RE5 remake.
yeah, it'd be really fun co-op game
That was
if
one
they
of my
keep it
favorite
co-op.
ones.
Stevie Max says I love the prison section, but the game gets too goofy after the first section. It does. I mean, it's not like played as serious as the original trilogy, but it should have been. But I think that's why a remake would be beneficial. So,
But people are gonna complain if they streamline it. They're gonna be like, they cut stuff out, and it's
I
like, no,
know,
they just
I
made
know.
it so that you don't have to go back and forth, and it's not
Yeah.
annoying anymore.
They
But people
fixed
don't understand that.
No.
What's up,
going
Axel?
on,
Axel. There he is. What it?
Cody says I like most of RE0. I know it gets RE0 and Code Veronica are the ones that like are my weaker games as far as like my skill set. I'm not as good at those games, but I've gotten better at Code Veronica. 0 I do like, but the mechanics just kill that game.
That's
Where
a tough fucking game.
it's tough with the partner system and no item box. So it's not a horrible game, but the problem is that 0 and 1 don't connect properly, and that's something they can fix when they remake 0 and 1 again. Because it doesn't make any sense. The timeline makes no sense. Rebecca going to the mansion, it makes no sense in the timeline, and they should have connected that better. And same thing with Resident Evil 1. There is no ending in the original or the remake where everybody leaves on the helicopter at once. That is a huge issue in the ending of the original Resident Evil that nobody talks about. Because when you play as Jill, you literally never see Rebecca. When you play as Chris, you never see Barry. So they need to make it to where everybody escapes because that's canon. They all leave the helicopter. There wasn't anybody left behind, and that's it. So there's certain things that need fixing in a remake.
See, I think this is another reason they're not bringing over like the older games because they don't want people to worry about that anymore. They're onto the remakes. They're streamlining it. It's a different timeline. They don't want you to go play those and be like, "Wait, I don't understand this now." It's like
That's true.
they're onto
Yeah.
something new. They're doing something different.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
Yeah. I mean, it's things that they can always change.
Axel, what's up? I was on with Axel on Gaming After Dark. I almost said good
Yep.
old Gaming After Dark.
That was a great show last night. Everyone
That was an
should listen to
awesome
that
show. We had an all-star panel
Excellent.
over there, and it was great.
Yeah, it was a good show.
Great discussion last night.
Hell yeah. Shout out to everybody on the panel.
But I just want to wrap up the Capcom spotlight thing before we move on to the other topics.
I'll be right back. I'm just gonna turn my heat back on.
You're good. Onimusha 2 remaster is going to be coming out this year, which is great. That was a surprise that we didn't see coming. So there you go, Onimusha 2. Hopefully we don't have to wait another X amount of years for the third game. But
The
yeah.
third game is awesome, man.
Yeah, they gotta just remaster all of them, and now they have the new ones, and yeah, so Onimusha looked great, and then they kind of showed the same teaser for Okami, um, which we saw before. So nothing new on Okami. It just said the director's name, which is the same director as the OG RE2. He's still making games. Obviously, he did the first Okami. He's going to be doing this one as well. And no date. And then we got Monster Hunter, which looks fantastic.
Monster Hunter.
Really excited for that. They got the second open beta coming out in the middle of February. And they showed off more characters and just like more creatures and stuff. And looks great.
And more
And
cats.
more cats, more outfits for the cats, more cat skins.
Sign me
So-
up for the cats.
Yeah. So I'm excited to play this co-op, and there's crossplay, which is great. I think that's a fantastic feature. Yeah, I mean, this is going to be their big release for this quarter. So it comes out the 28th or the 27th, 28th, I think. And I will be playing that day one. So
Hell yeah, Bryant. I agree. Onimusha 3 was a huge game, man.
that's crazy. That was the last one, because you thought they would have probably followed it up, with something sooner. But everything else.
Well,
kinda
they had a
went-
couple of them after that, but they weren't like, I don't think they were really continuity with the story.
Yeah, they were probably just spin-offs and stuff.
Right.
But this seems to be like Way of the Sword is kind of continuing off of 3, if anything. So even though it doesn't have a 4 in the title, I think they're just trying to make it to where you can get into it without playing the other ones, but it's still kind of in the same
Yeah, that's fine.
lore in the universe. So yeah, the remaster is coming out for the second one. So we'll have to check that out. It just says 2025, no date for that. And then obviously Way of the Sword is 26. And then we got Monster Hunter coming out this month. So Capcom, people are saying, look, there's a lot of empty space for Capcom at the end of this year. Could there be another release? I don't know. I don't think it's going to be a Resident Evil release this year, but I think we might see something at the PlayStation event. We'll talk about that as well. There's apparently going to be a PlayStation event next week, Valentine's Day week, probably Tuesday the 10th or maybe Thursday the 13th. It isn't confirmed, but this is just what we're hearing. So I don't want to put any false information out there and get attacked. But I will say that Sony, it's your turn to go. So we got to see what the fuck you got. And if there is a Resident Evil game, it could be at that event. But again, not guaranteed. I'm just saying that you never know. So fingers crossed. They do play nice with Sony. We'll see what happens, But yeah, that's the Capcom Spotlight event, and it was really good. So I did enjoy that, and we got some good stuff out of it. So can't complain. And then, man, I guess if you want to dive into the other news that you guys talked about on Xbox Goes to Hell, which I know you guys weren't expecting to make a second episode so soon.
That's the
but
rake.
The rake
You have a
happened.
great showcase, and then you step on the rake by putting Forza Horizon 5 on PlayStation.
It happened.
It finally happened.
We've been talking about it for like a year.
Only 4
now.
games, Anthony, and not the pillars, not Halo, Gears, or Forza. Come on.
No pillars.
A
Yeah.
year ago, we said it was going to be more than 4 games, and what did we hear? If you think it's going to be more than 4 games, you're a fucking idiot, because Phil said this, this, and that. Now,
Well-
it's like, well, we told you it was more than 4 games. Well, you're a fucking idiot, because you should have known it was going to be more than 4 games, blah, 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 blah. It's like, can you stop moving the goalposts? You were wrong. Admit that you're wrong. When I'm wrong, I admit that I'm wrong. What is
We've
with
been
this
wrong
generation?
before.
Nobody can admit they're wrong. They act like they're going to get fucking sued in court.
Yeah,
Guys,
we've admitted
take
we've
the
been wrong
L.
before.
We
Yeah.
all make mistakes in life. You take the L and you move on with life.
Yeah, this is something where, again, we weren't thrown to the floor by this news. We were talking about this for a while, like you said.
This game was
we're waiting.
originally listed on what was it, last September or something,
Yeah.
on Amazon, and what was it, the UK or something, or Germany
Yeah,
or
we-
something?
We've been hearing about this for months, that this was like done or close to done.
Yeah, and then you had Phil Spencer's interview, which we did a show on, the Xbox Goes to Hell episode 1. We talked about that, and then look, the following week, this happens. It's not a coincidence. It's just they're pretty much saying, yeah, this is what's going on, and then this just shows you that, all right, this is step one. Forza's coming out. It's going to be on PlayStation. Play it where you want.
And where's
basically.
Phil Spencer? We don't even know, man. That guy looks like he's ready to drop dead. He sounds like
Yeah, I
he's
don't know.
doing bad too.
I jinxed it.
You jinxed him.
Something interesting happened too. They changed on PlayStation on the store. They changed all of their games to say Microsoft Corporation.
Yeah, it's no
Now.
longer Xbox Game Studios.
Just says Microsoft on all. They went to Sea of Thieves, Grounded. They
Wow,
all
they
say
changed it.
Microsoft Corporation. So.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're preparing for life after Xbox.
They're prepping. And
But that's okay. They're making new hardware, right? Don't worry about it.
yeah, and look, guys, like we said, you know, they did that show the other day to obviously talk about it. But when this stuff's in the news, we are going to talk about it no matter what. So even if it's something where it seems like we're beating a dead horse, it's news. And if we don't talk about it, Perry knows, we're going to get comments or people will be like, hey, why didn't you guys talk about that? It's like, we have to cover it.
Yeah, I'll
It is
talk
in
about
the
it. I'm
news.
just not going to go into detail anymore because it's like a broken record. I say this every week, and I'm not saying it anymore. We all know how I feel about where they're going now, and that's fine. I get it. I don't mind that they're putting games on other consoles. I never did because I'm going to buy it there anyway and check it out.
It was the performance that you had issues with of like, why is
Well,
this performing?
again, for the 99,000th time, it was I was lied to about the Series X, and they just didn't keep their word on that. And now I'm being called a fucking idiot because I should have known it's about the ecosystem. Asshole, I wasn't told that in 2020 when they were selling me this thing. If I knew that, then I would have made a better decision. Anyway, not to be a broken record, but yes, I don't have a problem with it being multi-plat. I never did.
Yeah, that's why we're not really like
the issue
astonished from this.
The issue that we have here, though, is how long until they pull the plug on the hardware. Because it's coming. They've already been brainwashing everybody with this is an Xbox.
Mm-hmm.
And that's desensitizing you to get ready. This
So
is
where will they
marketing
be?
101. This is what they do.
You know, like
These companies,
Yeah.
not just Microsoft.
And nothing's moving the needle. Like even with Call of Duty, they lost 29% hardware. Like they just cannot seem to move consoles. So why would they continue to invest in that?
They're
And
not
it's not
going to.
working.
That's why everything is an Xbox. They
I'm
just want
curious
to
to
sell
see
you the
how-
service and get you in their store. That's it. It's over.
Right.
It is what it is. Perfect Dark will be on Steam. It sure will be. Day and date,
Mhm.
obviously.
Yeah, I wonder how this holiday season.
But
will-
I
will
would say
look
to
for
all
them.
these Xbox guys who are not buying games, you better start saving your money because eventually you're going to have to buy fucking games because I don't know how long this is going to last. Maybe they'll pull the plug on Game Pass if they don't get that, what was it, 2 million gamers by 2030? 2 billion gamers? What was it, 3 billion?
If they do that, they're done. That's the only thing they have left, keeping people around.
Right.
That's it.
So,
They need
again, aim for the stars and see what happens, I guess, right? We got a super chat from RWK88, $1.99. We are going to see Fable and
Okay.
Perfect Dark at PlayStation show, he says, laughing, crying and
No.
laughing.
That'd be hilarious.
It would be funny, but you know what? We might see it at a PlayStation show next year,
Yeah.
ironically enough.
Yeah.
You might be right. Not this year, but next year. You never know, buddy.
Well, so June time is when we'll probably see another like similar event from Xbox like we did last year.
Right.
And I'm curious how that's going to look. I'm curious, like, are we going to get these dates that we want? Are we going to see Gears of War? Are we going to see something, right? Even if it's another trailer. I know Gears of War is early on through, but
I'm hearing rumors that you're going to see Gears of War collection or whatever a lot sooner than everyone thinks on PlayStation. So let's
Yeah.
see if that's true or not. I keep seeing that online, so let's see what's up.
Did you hear my theory?
What?
That's totally stupid, but I was like, what if it happens? Since they're already all on Xbox and they're enhanced, what if they just make that thing for PC and PlayStation and not make it on Xbox? Like they just port them over, and that's the like Marcus Phoenix trilogy collection or whatever. just to get people up to speed.
If they do that, they're gonna lose more customers.
I know how messed up would that be.
If they
but their
leave
logic
out,
is going to be like,
if they
oh, it's
leave
already on
Xbox out of that updated collection, they're gonna get a lot of people leaving.
I know, but I for some reason in the back of my mind, it feels like something they would do. Like I don't know why, but there's no truth to this. I'm just saying, like that would be crazy.
Yeah, because something like
It wouldn't shock me at this point,
Right.
but it wouldn't be good for them because people would be like, they would feel again like it's the second class citizens. They'd be like, I'm done.
Yeah.
even if you bring over MCC, right, and immediately, let's say you bring that over to PlayStation, it runs on the PS5 Pro, and it's, because like you're gonna start seeing these games come out on the Pro. Like Indiana Jones will be like when that comes out on the Pro, and people do these like side by side comparisons to see like what runs it. But at the PS5 Pro starts running shit just way.
Pro's
better
gonna
than
run
the
stuff
X.
better. It just is what it is. It's better hardware.
It's just not a good look, is what I'm saying. And I know
It's not a
people
good
are like,
look.
oh,
But
the Pro's
then they're gonna
expensive,
put
blah,
some.
blah, blah,
They
but-
already the minute the Pro came out that week, Xbox had their little podcast guys go out there and be like, well, they're gonna update the AMD drivers for the actual console, so it's gonna run better than the Pro. It's like the Pro has fucking hardware in it. Your machine doesn't have that hardware in it anymore. You can fine tune the AMD shit all you want,
but it isn't going to push.
but you need hardware in
Yeah.
there to compete with the other guy.
Pro is the newest
It's
hardware
such
on the
bullshit,
market.
and I'm so tired of that shit. It's like they gotta fucking brainwash everybody every time. Don't leave our console. So here's what we're gonna do about it. It's like, guys, just stop being stupid. Just be like, you know what? We're done with the console shit. We're gonna make games. We're gonna be great. We're gonna have the online services. We're gonna put everything on all the other platforms. Xbox games aren't going anywhere. Blah blah blah. That would have been such an easier way to rip the Band-Aid off. Instead of being so secretive and sneaky about this shit.
They're very sneaky.
We're not going to tell anybody, but we're going to put a campaign out that everything's an Xbox. What is that? Have you ever seen a brand tell you not to buy their shit?
No.
That's why that whole marketing thing just made me scratch my head. I was like, wow, they're really doing this.
That's all
Yeah.
I'm going to say. I'm not going to go any further anymore because we've done this a million times.
Yeah, you guys obviously had your show episode that was it was definitely random. I was literally driving and I just see like, oh shit, it's happening. We're going live. I was like, oh fuck, of course this happens after we record. Literally the day after we record, this
Right.
drops. But I'm happy you guys covered it because again, it was breaking news. We were just waiting for that pin to drop and boom, it did. And like Perry said, we're not shocked. We were just waiting for the confirmation of just like now it's happening. So does this have a date yet?
Well,
it just says
Forza?
it's coming out. Yeah.
Does it have a date? I don't even remember.
No, I think they just said. Did they say spring? I think they said spring.
So spring is going to be like, you're going to get your Indiana Jones, you're going to get Forza.
They're going to get everything.
Yeah.
All at
Also,
once.
another game I dabble in that's a Microsoft game, Age of Empires is going. They just randomly announced those too. Like yesterday or the day before.
Okay. I didn't know
So
that.
My prediction, Ninja Gaiden will be on the Switch too. Yeah, sure will be.
Oh yeah.
why not?
Yeah, Ninja Gaiden looks good.
Halo
yeah,
Gears.
we talked about that.
Halo Gears is the only franchise that really sucked to leave Xbox, but it is what it is. If and when Gears does drop on PS5, I'll play it eventually. Yeah, I would look forward to playing that with the DualSense, just to see how that chainsaw works with the DualSense.
Yeah, I'd play it again.
And the haptic
Imagine
feedback.
like the feedback with the krill coming
Yeah.
in. That shit would be crazy.
That'd be dope.
Well, the Hammer of Dawn, man.
Hammer of Dawn, yeah.
How's that controller going to act? You have to, oh man, imagine if you're blowing the controller to get like the signal.
No, don't say that. The owl.
Oh
fucking
man, forget that owl.
owl. Yeah, I mean, it's just a matter of time. So yeah, spring seems to be the.
Does
it's right
Sega
around
still
the
make
corner.
consoles, everybody? Oh, that's right, they don't.
Nope.
They became one of the biggest third-party publishers out there, but they I guess the Dreamcast is still out there. It's still dreaming.
It's still dreaming.
still
since
thinking.
1999. Yeah.
Ooh, what? What's this guy saying?
I don't
Hammer and
know anymore.
chainsaw in a dual sense could be pretty dope. Yeah, that's why I don't have a problem with it coming to PlayStation. The only thing is, when that happens, you're waving a white flag and it's game over. I'm a bit behind, but all this reminds me of I have to talk and chat with Anthony. Oh, there you go. You got to talk. Oh yeah, he needs to talk to you, by the way.
Oh.
You're in big trouble.
And Fred, he's got to talk to you on Friday.
Uh-oh. We're in trouble, Anthony. We're going to the principal's office.
Oh man.
Principal.
About what? What do we?
Mental
about?
wants to talk to you about something. It's about YouTube
Okay.
stuff.
Okay.
Not Fred, just Anthony.
Oh.
Could you imagine he turns on the camera and he's like, "Who the hell do you think you are?" Like he just
Yeah.
goes in on him. Like,
Yeah. I like Village so much, and you just
Like-
shit on my dreams.
It's like, Anthony, I'm not mad. I'm disappointed. Okay.
I'm disappointed. Why don't you like Village? Can we talk about it? No, I'm just kidding. But yeah,
I missed the Dreamcast. Me too, man. I still got mine. I still rock
That's
it. I still stream it. You guys see me
amazing
streaming
console. An
Well,
amazing
this guy has-
console.
it. Got the HDMI mod in it. That's why when you guys see it on the stream, it looks beautiful. It's the way to go.
Yeah, it's such a great console, and the ports are awesome on it. The Dino Crisis port is great. The Resident Evils are awesome. Soul Reaver looks awesome on Dreamcast.
That's right.
So many great like games that like I remember playing on PS1, but then when I played them on Dreamcast, I was like, oh, okay, because I just remember being in like an EB Games, and I would go through the stack of games that'd be in the bin, and I'm like, oh, that's kind of funny. Resident Evil 2, like it's been 3 on Dreamcast. Like I wonder, if they're any different. Like I knew it was a more polished machine, but like it wasn't until like years later when I got them off eBay and I finally played them. There it is. It's the
There
that's
it
the
is.
that was actually my first Dreamcast, was that one, and then
I
it
didn't know they
broke.
came in black.
Yeah, that was a Sega Sports Edition, and then
wasn't I
that
with
was-
you when you bought that one? We were
Yeah, we
together
bought it.
over here.
Bought it by you.
Yeah.
And-
One day I'm gonna rebuy that for sure, because that was me and Nick's first Dreamcast.
They sell the shell now, black. It just doesn't have the Sega Sports logo on it,
Mm,
but you could buy a black shell now for like $80.
yeah,
Anyway,
I want that Hello Kitty one.
yeah, I'm gonna try to get one of those at some point.
They're not like insanely expensive. Like complete, they're like under 300, which I know it sounds expensive, but it isn't really.
There's a
No.
256 gigabyte SSD in here with all the games. Now there's an SD card so you can update the firmware. But you can also put games on the SD card as well and run them off of here. I ran GTA 3 on here when I streamed that a couple of weeks ago. It was off the card because I didn't open it and put it on the hard drive yet. But it has the Terra Onion mode in here. And with that, you can install an SSD and play all your games, no problem. Now back here is the DC Digital mod. You can't really see it, but there's a little hole cut over here. That's a, what is it, mini HDMI or micro HDMI port, and you plug that into an HDMI converter. You plug it to a mini to HDMI adapter, whatever it is. Plug it into your TV and you're ready to go.
Nice.
And it has the fan mod so that it's an actual fan. You don't hear anything and it blows all the freaking air out. Tons of stuff in here. You can modify the power supply, but I haven't done that. I'm not going to do that. They give you like a barrel plug. It's like, I'm not doing that shit. If I lose that plug, I'm screwed. So,
Do they make anything external like the Prism for that for HD? Or do I have to do that mod?
yeah, I
eventually?
mean, they have VGA cable, but I mean, if you really want to play this in the best quality, you're going to have to get that mod done.
Yeah. Maybe one day I'll do that.
Yeah, it needs to happen. I would suggest everybody out there start getting the ODEs for your consoles because, You don't know how long they're going to make the ODEs for. And the lasers are dying in these things. And in order to save them, you got to get an ODE.
My
Optical
GameCube
disc
laser's
emulator.
gone. I told Perry about that.
Which one?
My GameCube laser right here.
Oh, yeah.
have to
Well, then we
replace
would
that at some
put a
point, but-
Pico boot in there, and then you can boot games off the SD card. But you could save it.
Yeah, no, I already have that. You did the Pico on mine. It's good.
Yeah, right. I'm just saying to everybody else, though.
Oh, yeah.
So can I just buy a Dreamcast with a busted laser and put one of those things in it?
Yes, because you don't need the laser.
That's a good idea then. Maybe I'll do that.
The
Yeah, save a little
problem,
bit of
though,
money for
is eventually the power supplies for these go for like $100. That at that point you have to buy like one of the smaller power supplies that they make now for like $35, and you'll get the barrel plug, which sucks. They are making USB-C ones though.
Mm.
There is a USB-C power rail for this, which I do not have, but I am going to look into that. I looked into it a while ago, but it was sold out everywhere. But yeah, imagine you could power it with just USB-C.
That'd be excellent.
Be awesome, right?
Yeah.
Milkman, we acknowledge you, man. What's up?
What up?
It sounds like you're talking so slow when I'm used to 2x speed.
To answer Jeff M's question, yeah, the Resident Evils that are and Dino Crisis that are on Dreamcast
It's
do perform better.
ODE, optical disc drive emulator, or optical disc emulator. ODE. You guys got it backwards in the chat.
But yeah, Jeff, those games do run better on Dreamcast. Better frame rate, they look smoother, and usually they're the PC version. So, like when you pop
They are
it
better.
in,
They are the PC version. The Dreamcast had Windows CE, which is
Yeah.
why it was cracked so easily. By the way,
and if you notice, the PC and the Dreamcast versions of RE and
along
Dino
with Mill
Crisis have
CD, but,
everything
you know.
unlocked from the start. So you always get your costumes and you get mercenaries and all the mini games. All the Dreamcast and PC ports have that same exact thing unlocked. So
Graphics
it's
are
literally-
upscaled. Even if you use the VGA adapter on an original, say you don't have the HDMI mod, you use a VGA adapter, you can set it to 1080p.
Yeah, it's cool.
Or was it 1080i or 1080p? I don't even remember. Probably 1080i.
And as long as you know what you're doing, you can burn these games. Just you have to burn them correctly, but you can burn stuff for your Dreamcast.
You can buy
and
the
play 'em.
GDMU. It's on Amazon for like $50. Those things are finicky. I don't recommend those. I would say just the Terra Onion mode. I think it's like $220. Just save the money and buy that. You're investing in the machine. If you think about it, if you have to buy the games alone are going to cost you over $100 for some of them. Just invest in the ODE. The SSD I got for like $25. It was a PNY 256 gigabyte. It fits all the American games on there and some Japanese stuff, and that's it. Or you could throw a 2 terabyte in here. I mean, it's up to you, whatever you want to do. But they have the ODE for the PlayStation 1. PlayStation 2, not quite yet, but you can just modify the PS2. I actually ordered an adapter. It's a kit. You can actually get rid of the IDE port from the original PS2 network adapter, I mean. And with this kit, you just make it SATA.
Mm.
This
I
way,
have that in my PS2.
you have what?
I have a hard drive in my fat PS2. It like replaces that thing that that little part that pops out, and then you just put it in and you put the hard drive in.
Yeah, but which one do you have?
I don't know, whatever.
You didn't buy the
whatever
kit though, right?
Whatever the old man told me to buy. that
Well,
we
guess
watched.
what? That guy lied, because you can buy the kit now and keep the Ethernet port so you could transfer stuff.
See that I need, because I thought about that. I'm like, if I ever go to like,
Well, you need an
Jesus.
actual network adapter, and then you literally just swap the board out, which is what I'm going to be doing.
Interesting.
I ordered it. It's coming.
because I was thinking that I was like, oh, if this ever gets like support for whatever, I can't do anything with it now.
Do you have the red Dreamcast? No, I only have the white Dreamcast, and I have this one. That's great. One aren't they from the Bible? What? What's from the Bible? What are you talking about? ODE, not OED. I must be smiling and laughing and hearing. It happens, man. I get confused too. How much did you guys have to pay for watching the Rumble at the shop? What?
No,
How
he
much
said, "How much
fun-
fun did we have?"
How
It was
much did
good.
You have to
It was
pay?
good. We had fun.
Yep.
And by the way, Milkman, Cougar Man, whatever the hell your name is today, he will be making his debut on Cheap Pop Podcast with us on Monday
Nice.
at around 10:30 p.m. Eastern. We're going to be going live at night. So it's going to be a late show, but Jesus will be on.
It will
Nick
be
will
Nick
be
at
on.
night.
Yeah, Nick at night. Will he be on the
So,
orange couch?
Yeah.
And then Snick on Saturday?
Yeah. Be a whole.
You know what Snick sounds like, right? I mean, you know what Snick stands for?
Saturday Night Nick.
Exactly. Nobody can understand what that, because they said it a million times during the build-up. Everyone's like, oh, what does Snick even mean? It's like, you assholes. It was on Saturday
Yeah.
night, you fuck.
They had a specific block of shows.
And by the way, for the Dreamcast, I keep bringing this up. This is the Retro Fighters Striker DC wireless controller. It has built-in rumble, and it's basically a modernized controller for the Dreamcast. It's Halifax
nice.
sticks, so you won't get drift. And it's a beautiful controller. That's why I keep playing Resident Evil.
How much do those go for?
$50 on Amazon.
Oh, that's
I think I
not
have
bad.
a wired version of that you sent me a couple years ago, or like you sent me the link to, and I ordered it.
Yeah, you need to get this. They make this in white. The blue one is sold out. I don't know if they're ever going to get that back in or what. There was a black one only on Stone Age Gamer, but I didn't order it in time, and they don't sell it anymore. And I can't find it anywhere, even on eBay. Like, nobody's scalping them or anything. So that sucks, because it would have went nice with this. But what are you going to do? I'm stuck with the blue. I have a white one at work, so that's fine. But this controller is definitely needed. Is the Dreamcast pretty? Yeah, the mods are easy, but the HDMI one is not. It is flex ribbon cable, and that's a pain in the ass. You'll need like a microscope or something if you really want to get into that. SNL? Wow. Cam May, what's up, man?
What up, KMA?
Anyway, what were we talking about? It led us into Dreamcast down a stupid rabbit hole over here. Oh, he left. Where did he go?
Yeah, I was like, I don't even remember. I was waiting for
I
him
looked
to
up and I
answer.
was like, oh
Yeah.
wow, where did Anthony go?
I'm over here looking at something and I forgot. But yeah,
I think we were talking about the.
we were
Forza
talking about Xbox and stuff,
Yeah,
but
the
then I don't
Forza
know what
stuff,
happened.
Fuck Xbox. I'm done talking about that shit. Let's go.
Yeah, we've said
What's
enough.
next?
Milfman asked like, what was the best part of the Royal Rumble for each of us?
Wow, what was good?
The
Uh,
ending, because it was
I-
a swerve.
I liked iShow Speed getting speared.
Yeah, that was a good one, man.
That was hilarious.
It was
You-
like he got hurt.
That was perfect because
Good.
that was perfect because people are pissed that he was in it. And the minute that Braun like fucked him up, it was like, okay, we
Oh,
get it.
man. And then he
Yeah.
tossed him outside to Otis.
Oh yeah. There wasn't too many surprises. I
No,
mean,
there wasn't.
the ending was a surprise, I guess, because I didn't
Mhm.
expect that. But besides that,
Yeah,
not much else.
yeah, I don't know. There wasn't really to anything great, surprise wise.
It was fun watching it on the 85-inch TV, though.
Oh, that was
That
awesome.
was good.
Well, Elimination Chamber is the birthday weekend. So we
Yep.
will have that playing, whether we're paying attention to it or not.
Yeah, it's good.
The Rumble was happening when? It was last week. Last
This
Saturday.
past Saturday. Yep.
And
No
you guys
returns.
are gonna get
No
The
returns.
show on Monday.
What does no returns mean? You guys are going
Like
out of
the-
business?
No, I mean like no return. Like anyone returned from like the past.
Oh, he means nobody. Well, Trish Stratus came back.
Yeah, Trish Stratus.
That's true.
Back, yep. And AJ, the Styles.
Oh yeah.
Dude, I don't know what it is with AJ Styles, but he looks like he just shits in his pants. Like he's got to change his fucking like gimmick.
Yeah, I don't know.
He's got to get rid of the soccer mom haircut, and he's got to fucking be AJ. He's got to just shave everything and just be like TNA AJ.
He should be babyface AJ.
Yeah,
I liked him when he was babyface AJ. Well,
he
now he's on
looks like
Raw.
a homeless piece of shit
Yeah.
that found like blue gear or something in like a one. You know those boxes where you drop clothes off?
The donation box.
Yeah, it's like somebody dropped off like sporting clothing and he put it on. He just looks like he's a homeless piece of shit that shits his pants. He really does.
Mm-hmm. Well, now he's on Raw.
He's looked the same for 10 years. He debuted 10 years ago. You know that, right? At the Royal Rumble.
It's
Wow.
crazy.
He
But I
looks
remember
exactly
that.
the same. He didn't change his look at all.
I know. He needs to cut his hair.
Yeah, be old AJ. Be TNA AJ. Or he was in WCW before they closed down.
Wow.
A lot of people don't know that.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
He was.
I just remember him from
He, wa-
TNA.
he was on one of the last Nitros.
That's pretty funny. Oh yeah, I see
I-
him. I looked it
agree,
up.
I agree, MILF man. I agree.
It was 10 years ago, Milfman. He debuted the 2015 Royal Rumble. Cut his fucking hair.
And send it to me.
You don't want his hair.
It's all greasy and
That's what I'm saying. He
nasty.
looks like he's homeless. Like,
He looks like he doesn't shower.
yeah, exactly. Right?
He doesn't.
He must live with Jericho.
He looks like he smells like shit too.
Does he live with Chris Jericho over there? What's he doing over there?
You know, Chris Jericho's a fucking whale, but he looks like he does take a shower. Where
He
AJ
does
Styles
look
does
super
not.
greasy.
I don't know, man.
You're right about that though. He does look like really gross.
Yeah.
Anywho.
How has Raw been? It's been good.
He needs pointers to flirt with the ladies. Well, Cougar Man, MILF Man, whatever the hell your name is tonight. Maybe you can give Bryant 5 minutes on Cheap Pop on how to do that. I'll tell Nick, yeah, we're done. You go. And then I'll leave MILF Man on and he could talk to this guy.
Gonna give dating advice.
Charlotte's going to get the treatment like Batista when he won the Rumble, but worse. Yeah, you know what? Charlotte winning is like the Cena thing. It's like people are just tired of this lady already. You know what I mean?
Dude.
She came back
Yeah.
after a year and a half, but people are still tired of her.
Yeah, they were booing her on Monday night.
Yeah, because it's the same old shit.
It's like nobody asked for her to come back.
Like we know her and Rhea Ripley are going to WrestleMania. They're going to fight at WrestleMania. It's going to happen.
Again, that was the second time.
Yep.
Well, now they're doing this thing where Charlotte's not going to make her decision until the night of WrestleMania.
Jesus. So dumb.
Keep you on your toes, but we all know
Oh,
what's gonna happen.
We all know you're going to fight Rhea. It's going to happen.
I have not watched wrestling in a long time. If I do want to watch the chicks wrestle,
Baby chickens? That's not really
well,
cool.
there you
man.
go.
Mhm.
What was that guy that used to call on the Observer Live? There was some old guy that would call into Observer Live, and he was always asking about the women wrestlers.
That's weird.
I forgot. He was an older guy, though. It was funny, though. This guy would call all the time. And then he stopped calling one day, and Brian Alvarez was like, I hope he's okay.
We all know what happened to him. We all know.
How is Raw on Netflix? Says Bryant.
I didn't watch it.
It was like cutting out for me a little bit, like during the show. I don't know why. Like while I was watching it, it was just like cutting in and out, like on a few moments.
Punk qualified for Elimination Chamber. That's all I know.
Yeah.
That he did.
And Austin Theory came back and yelled at Otis. I saw that shit. That was funny.
Poor Otis.
Poor Otis.
He doesn't deserve that.
Oh, make me laugh. Good. That's what we're here for. WWE 2K25 actually, yeah, we should talk about that. WWE 2K25 is going to have a lot of crazy stuff in it.
Nice.
It looks good.
We saw pictures and video. Apparently they have that what the hell, the WWE warehouse. You can wrestle in the warehouse, and there's a SmackDown fist from back in the day. You could jump off of it again.
That's cool.
That's awesome.
That is awesome. There's a backstage, there's an outside parking lot area where it's almost like open world. And there is a sheet of glass out there on the chair. So, I mean, you could fly through glass. And the biggest thing, and a lot of people are like raising their eyebrows at, you can now, after 20 years, turn off intergender wrestling. So you can have the guys fight the girls. The Fies.
The Fies fight.
You can have the
looks like
guys fight the girls again, which you haven't been able to do in about 20 years. So there
Looks like
you
they
go.
listen to what people wanted. That's like everything I see about this game is like, yes, I want to do this. This looks fun. It's not like the cookie cutter, like stupid, like serious sports game it was before, you know? It looks like they're having a little more fun with this one.
Yeah.
Well,
It's
it's
still
fucking
EA, right?
wrestling. It's all fake anyway. It's not a big deal. The guys aren't really beating up the women in the matches anyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Remember Nia Jax went to the Royal Rumble and she didn't win the women, so she walked into the men's Rumble and Randy Orton just RKO'd her.
Yeah, it looks good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can't. When's it coming?
When is it supposed to come out?
Yeah, when do
I
we-
think it's coming out in March.
Cool.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's usually when
definitely.
like well, some of the sports games come out. It's either
Yeah.
March for like MLB and 2K, and then it's always like August for like
I
Madden
definitely
and
want to
stuff.
pick that game up.
Yeah, they want to release this by WrestleMania time so that they sell a ton of copies.
Yeah, that makes sense
That's
too.
true. That's true.
Good.
I met a wrestler from WCW at a conference I was at a week ago. Oh, yeah? What was his name?
Ooh.
Hulk Hogan kept promoting. Yeah, but he got booed for other reasons.
Did you meet Randy Hogan? Was that the guy's name?
Bring out Randy Hogan. You know, that's the guy that can make all the money right now. Randy Hogan.
Where is
Randy
he?
Hogan. Who is Randy
He's still
Hogan?
around.
Alright, I'll look that up now.
Randy Hogan.
That's who Bryant met. Wait, who was it, Bryant? You got to tell us. That's so random.
Randy Hogan.
Oh God.
You
Is that
saw what he
Randy
looked
Hogan?
like? Oh, Lash?
Lash?
Is it Lash LaRue? He was a good wrestler, man. They used to call him Gambit because he reminded everybody of Gambit from X-Men. But WWE,
yeah.
WWE never picked him up.
Lash LaRue is an American cartoonist, caricature artist, and retired pro wrestler.
There it
That's
is.
who he met. That's
Nice.
cool.
He's awesome, man. We haven't seen that guy in almost 30 years on TV.
Wait, when did he go to TNA? 2004?
Let's not talk about TNA.
It says March 14th for the release date for the 2K20.
Oh, nice. Okay. It's coming pretty soon.
Man said,
Another month.
nice. Cannot wait.
Can't wait.
Jeez, it feels like 24 just came out.
Yeah, I know. I'm glad I got that.
Get
one.
Cody off the box. That guy's annoying.
Hey, the new box isn't that much better.
Yeah, I know.
Got
It's Roman
rebuilt.
taking a dump.
Yeah. They tried.
Dude, how is Cena or Punk not on the damn box?
They should put Punk on the box.
I
Yeah,
don't
but you know
what-
next year is going to be the John Cena edition for like the 10th time
Yeah.
because it's going to follow him retiring. The guy's filming
I
a
s-
fucking movie now. He's not even there.
Yeah,
I still
he's
think
in Hungary
13
or
and
whatever.
14 had
He
the best
lied.
cover.
He said he was working a full schedule. The guy hasn't been on TV.
Yeah.
He said he's
what?
going to Hungary to film a movie.
Yeah,
one was Punk
Matchbox. The Matchbox cars are finally getting a movie after 40 years
Wow.
or longer. However long those cars have been around.
WWE 13 and 14 had the best covers,
Which one was
in my
Punk
opinion.
on?
He was on 13,
13,
and
yeah.
The Rock was 14. Those were like the best.
Right.
I had that 13 as my background on my computer back then. It was awesome.
Yeah, it was a good game. It was the Attitude Era mixed in with the current stuff.
Yeah.
The conference was not about wrestling. It was about more of my field, which is space. Is that what Lash is doing now? He's going to outer space, this guy?
He's joining the crew.
He
of the
always was a
Enterprise.
space case. There is supposed to be a dead man. Oh, God. I'm not
No.
buying that.
Damn
No.
it. Oh yeah, I saw like they showed on like Monday Night Raw. They showed like the little preview of the games. They showed like the covers. There was like the picture of the Undertaker on one of them.
I'm looking at it. Hold on.
Yeah, it's Roman Reigns in the ring on all fours, and Heyman's looking at him.
Oh, this Dead Man edition looks stupid. It's the same stupid cover with the Undertaker with the stupid hat. They always do this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's why I saw.
Let's
it.
say it's money.
Get lost with that.
Yeah, it was cool. That's awesome, man.
Yeah, that's dope.
Tell him I said hello.
He goes back. Tells him.
He's probably still there. He probably lives there.
He lives in the vents. He has like a pillow and blanket.
Exactly. After WCW closed, what the hell's that guy doing? I wish I could show the picture. It's too bad that he was naked when he took it with you, so you can't show it.
God. Dude.
He mooned him all right. It's out of space, right? He showed him the moon.
He's drawing on the big giant pad, the caricature, and when he moves the pad, he's just naked. Like, what?
Lash LaRue, he was great. I really thought he was going to be in WWF, and they did not pick the guy up. I don't understand. He was good. He was funny too. He did a lot of funny skits. Thunders Productions, what's up? How you doing, man?
Yeah,
Oh
Thunder's-
man,
They should put a
Yeah.
do-rag on Vince McMahon on the cover. Yeah, no, he's 86.
God.
He's gone.
He's
you're
done.
86 for me.
He travels around, still does some wrestling. Nice.
That's cool.
Cool.
He said he teamed up with Rey Mysterio or fought him. Yeah, he definitely fought him at one point. That was when Rey had no mask.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Rey goes to WWE and he puts the mask back on and he never took it off.
Luchador.
They never did a storyline where he took the mask off. It's crazy.
Is he gonna like retire soon or something, Ray? What's he thinking about?
I'm
retiring?
sure
saying that
I'm
for
sure he's on his way.
Yeah, because he's been like not wrestling that good.
Just listening and working, Sis Thunder. Nice, man. Thanks for being here. So you got that. What?
I was gonna say the Reverse servers are shutting down. Big surprise
Thank God.
in June.
And Dead by Daylight is going to get new Resident Evil costumes.
Yeah,
For some reason, they have Leon's RE6 skin. It's like, who the fuck is going to buy that?
yeah. So they're doing like a RPD map and stuff again. So it's gonna be 2 versus 8.
Wesker, Ada, Jill, Nemesis, and Leon. They're all going to be in it. And Rebecca.
Yeah, I might have to get some skins. You know.
When are they going to put the old Call of Duties on Game Pass? Never.
Apparently never. They'll still raise the price and they won't be on there.
Yeah, just don't even worry about that. It ain't happening.
Yeah, at that point, just buy them digitally. They always
They
go
can't
on
even
sale.
put new games on the system, let alone old games.
Yeah, they always go on sale, so just grab them. That'd be my advice.
I never thought I
Okay.
would meet a wrestler in my life. I met a couple. I didn't think I'd meet him either, but I did.
Me too.
Yep, I met a couple. Still have the autographs.
Think they will ever do Outbreak again? I don't know. They seem to not be able to make an online game. You know, they used to make the online games.
It's
The
because
out-
they keep focusing on versus. They got to do co-op, you know, like instead.
Well, the Outbreak games would have been great. They were good back in the day, but we didn't have the tech. Now that we have the tech, they can't make a game to save their lives.
No one seems to be able to make a multiplayer game anymore. For some reason, no one could get it right. Like they all try and they just fail.
All they had to do is just remake Outbreak, and they're good. But they can't figure it out.
Yeah.
Yes, I am a space cadet. Wait, that doesn't sound right, or does it? No, that's space cadet. Whatever. It's better to be a cadet than a case. Space
Now,
case.
are you a space cadet pinball or are you just space cadet?
Space Cadet Pinball.
Windows 95.
Yep. It's the best.
Good old sound effect.
Any drama on Twitter, Frank?
I was just looking. The only thing we forgot so far, the Nintendo Direct got a time, 9 a.m. Eastern on April 2nd.
Oh, that's a big mistake, yeah.
I'm gonna try to get somebody to babysit so I could help.
Are you on vacation that day, Anthony, or what's going on? You around?
What was that, April 2nd?
I will be around for that.
At 9 o'clock in the morning, Eastern.
Yeah, as long it's because I know a fucking time to wake up now. Yeah, I will most certainly set my alarm and not go to sleep the night before at like 3 a.m.
All right,
and
so in 2 months, you'll get us on here to cover that live.
2 months. That's so messed up.
I know, they're making everybody wait.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oy.
had a dream that Outbreak 3 was coming out. You know, I don't know. It's just the ingredients are there for them to make a co-op game, you know. They have Raccoon City, they have all the assets, so just make it survivors trying to escape. That's all they have to do. Doesn't have to be called Outbreak, it could just be called whatever, you know.
I'm actually going to put that into my calendar right now so I don't forget. Sorry.
So that I've been doing, putting all my stuff in my calendar.
Yeah.
Well, Fred, will you be available that morning? I know it's 2 months ahead of time.
I will be. I'll be available. I can do it.
Do you even know what day that is?
It's Wednesday, April 2nd.
All right, well, if you're going to be on here, then we'll have the whole crew on here. I'll make a layout for that, I guess.
Put a in my calendar right now.
So we're basically gonna do 2 shows in one day, essentially.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're going to have to, because we're going to have to cover it when it's hot.
I'm definitely not going to be able to stay on long, but I'll be here for that.
Yeah,
no
we're just
matter
going to
what.
see the reveal, and you could jump off, and me and him will
Yeah.
close it out.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, because this is going to be big. I mean, this is it. This is what we've been waiting for.
This is like at least some exciting
put it
news
in
we'll
my
actually get in the
calendar.
gaming space.
Yeah.
So
You're probably going to get price and release date, just so you guys know.
They actually did an interview with the CEO today, and he said they want to try to keep it like lower price because they know that stuff's expensive, which is cool. So hopefully they'll keep it like we said, like $3.99 or less.
Whatever.
Kind of seems that way, but
We will find out when we get there. Any
Yeah.
questions in the chat room before we head on out? I know this won't be a long show, but it's we covered pretty much everything.
Oh yeah.
Unless the chat has anything they want us to talk about really quick. Fucking call it Resident Evil Online. They already have
That's
that.
all. Yeah, I mean they just don't really. They just seem to, like Perry said, they keep doing this PvP stuff, and I understand they had to get it out of their system with like Exoprimal and Reverse and stuff, but Just try to bring it back to co-op because I think that would work well. It doesn't always have to be, oh, you gotta play as these other creatures and verse these. It's like, can we just get like something simple co-op, you know?
Right.
Or give us a Mercenaries game like they did for the 3DS, but make it to where it's all the Resident Evil characters and like maps that we've had so far. Why can't they do that? That'd be a fun co-op game.
Y'all think the Switch is in June? I don't know.
I think holiday, but I could be wrong.
I think summer, June, July. I'm just being optimistic.
What
But
if it's August,
Ugh,
could
God.
be.
which
Could
would
be.
suck?
I'm gonna hold out hope for June, but that's just me being optimistic. So we'll see. We're gonna find out soon enough.
Yeah.
Because nothing
just-
can release near GTA 6, not even a console. You can't do anything ever.
I think you're gonna get GTA 5 on the Switch.
Yeah.
I don't
And-
even think about starting.
What if
another
that's a
game.
launch title? Holy fuck! Can you imagine?
It very well could be. And
'Cause-
I think we're going to see, like, that's another thing, too. Whatever we're seeing go to PlayStation, now they have free reign. They could announce stuff for Switch. Maybe Forza will be on Switch. I don't know. Like, anything's possible at this
Probably
point.
will
so-
be.
Yeah. Because the same team, I can't remember what they're called, but they've worked on all the Switch ports, and they're porting Forza to PlayStation. So you would think it would make sense, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just speculating here for fun.
Jeff M thinks the Switch 2 is dropping in June. All right, that's a good prediction.
I hope you're right. I really want it to.
August is hot though. We'll see. Have you heard of reports of new NVIDIA driver killing the 5090s? I know there was a new driver hotfix today, but I didn't hear of it killing computers or anything or cards.
Yeah, we essentially the day after
Wesker Mania. What the hell?
the day after we did the show, so it's Thursday morning. I woke up. Perry was like, "It's time to wake the fuck up," and basically, I was waking up with the alarm that I
I
set,
stole Mental's tagline.
and then it never went up. So I basically watched all the other cards go up, but the one I want. So I'm waiting.
Come on, just drop $2,000 on a 59
Yeah, I'm not
that
doing
you
that,
don't
but
need.
I'm going for the 5070 for anybody who's wondering. And I was ready, waiting to pre-order it or see the link go up. And I tried for an hour. I kept refreshing, trying. Then it was 10:30. These things went up at like 9:05 or 9:10, something like that, 9:10. And it wasn't that one. It was the 5090s, 5080s.
5080 and 59. 57 didn't
So-
even go up. Which
Yeah,
sucks because
sucks.
Warrior said, "Oh, they're all going to go up." And they didn't.
Yeah. So we're just waiting. So once I get one, I'll let you guys know. But I tried. That was another thing I wanted to say before we wrapped up. Yeah, I tried the day after we recorded, and it just didn't work out. But I'm still trying. Fingers crossed. I got these guys to let me know if they see anything.
Were you
and I'll
recording
keep a
what?
lookout. What's that?
What are you saying? Recording what?
I didn't.
Oh,
I didn't
he'll
say
report.
recording. I'll
Did you say
report.
Oh, reporting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Report back to you guys. Like once
Yeah, I
get
tried
it
to
or-
get one as well for me, but if he needed it, I would have just given him mine. But I'm on the lookout. I'm going to probably go to Micro Center next week or whenever Fred can go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next week, I'm like working a lot.
It's exciting to see, the new line of cards come out, and obviously I don't want to see them kill anything, but
Right.
we'll see what's going on. I drive Honda.
I don't have to worry about NVIDIA drivers.
Yeah.
You're right.
I don't know. I updated Windows today, right before we did the show. It was a
did
Windows
that
update today.
Did it yesterday.
Wait, what?
I updated it yesterday.
Fred. Oh yeah, you know what? You're right. It's the second
Tuesday.
Tuesday of the month. First Tuesday of the month or whatever. What is it? It used
I
to be
think
the
it's
second Tuesday. It used to be the second Tuesday of every month. Now it's the first Tuesday of every month, I guess.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna say the driver came out today. How did he do it? But it came out yesterday, so he's right. I'm wrong. See, isn't it nice to admit when you're wrong?
Oh yeah.
Did I get sued? Did
actually
I
a
get a
man.
summons for this?
I finally got my phone in the mail yesterday.
nice.
I waited for FedEx all day, and they finally came.
You know, I'm on the fence with the phone because when I talk to her in her car, it must do some sort of noise cancellation because I could barely. It sounds like she's on the water.
That's not
So
good.
I'm going to test the phone a little bit more. Now the phone is not as vibrant as the S22, but there's settings that you can mess with to make it kind of look more vibrant. I don't know,
Yeah.
man. I'm not really feeling the phone, but I'm running out of time. I have to mail this thing back. They have to get it by Valentine's Day, so I have to really make a decision on what I'm doing here.
I mean, if you're not happy with it, then
I'm not happy with it, but I have to move on at some point.
right.
And I have the Pro Buds. If I do that, I got to send those back too, and all this. It's going to be a big thing. But if I send my phone in for trade-in, that's it. I can't get another phone.
Right.
I can't
From
just
my
get
old
another Ultra
phone-
22. They sell all knockoffs and fakes on the fucking internet now.
Yeah. It's a huge difference for me from the 21. Like when I look at the two, I'm like, holy crap! Like it's a big.
Yeah.
But I don't know how much of a jump it is from the 22. But I mean, I'm happy with it so far. But I
It's a
really,
massive jump.
yeah, that's the thing. And the AI stuff is cool on it too. Like you could draw and it'll like make it like just stupid gimmicky stuff that I'm gonna grow out of anyway. But besides that, I mean, it's
Yeah, a
just
lot of the
fine for
phones
me.
are selling shit on AI as the new feature.
The AI
Yeah.
is all right. It's good for what it is for the phone. I mean, it's nice. Dreadpool's loving his. That's good.
He said
Yeah.
waterboarding.
You definitely got to make sure you're happy with it because that's a big purchase, you know, and a big commitment.
It's not
that's a
just
big
that.
commitment.
It's more of I'm going to lose the old phone.
I know what you mean.
And you can't just go out and buy another one because they sell them all used and refurbished and shit. And if you want a brand new one, it's going to be like $2,000 because people keep
Right.
them sealed or whatever. But I mean, this phone, it's probably got to go, man, because of the charging and all that shit and the battery.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, I'm a real man and I bought one that has a built-in screen protector. My new phone.
Oh, finally.
So I'm not gonna drop it and act stupid with it.
I got my phone over here. Where the hell is it?
Even the back lenses have a cover. They
Oh,
covered 'em.
nice.
Yeah, because I was worried they'll get scratched up on the.
They always get scratched.
That's why it's got that cover.
Oh, so you already unboxed your phone.
Yeah, I got it yesterday and I set it all up and everything, but
I'm an iPhone.
I got the gray one.
I'm an iPhone douche.
You got gray? Why did you get gray?
I wanted green, but it was only on Samsung, so I was like, oh, I'll just get gray because I don't want black again.
That's not. Is that gray or is that blue?
No, this one's actually gray, like silverish
You
gray.
ain't got the
was
blue.
silver.
They have the blue too.
What
but
are
I
you,
didn't get that one.
75-year-old man? You getting gray?
I don't know. I just picked a color.
It's like,
I thought it.
it's like, come on, I got.
I
gray.
honestly thought the case would cover it, but the case is clear.
Mm.
You know how hard it is to find a good case for these phones?
I
They
bought
do
a
not.
case. It took me 5 fucking minutes to buy a case.
I had to go scroll
And look,
through
it's a
all the
blue
things.
case. It's not an old fucking man case.
Mine's just black and clear.
It's not an
Yeah,
Oh, it has this
that's an
ugly
old man
orange thing.
fucking case, man. Get with the times.
Frank,
Jeez.
Frank, does your case have AARP?
It does.
Yeah, really. Like, did they send you that shit for free? Does it have big buttons on it?
Yes,
Look, this case is purple with the blue phone in the background. It's nice.
My wife got a purple case.
What are you buying these old
ironically.
man phones for?
These old
Just bought a
men
nice
phones.
case.
Your wife.
I don't
Does your wife have your balls in her purse? I mean, what's going on here?
What the hell?
Oh my god! Because I have a gray
You spent
phone now.
$1,300. You gotta have fun. Not spend
Remember when I-
$1,300 and be a fucking drone.
Well, I actually have to get a new case already because I can't get the pen out.
Send the phone
because
back. Be
it's
like, hey, you know what? Send me the blue one. This shit's for old
no,
people.
I don't care about that. But there was something funny I was gonna tell you. Now I don't remember what it was.
You
Oh,
gotta
remember when I
download
got
Life
the white
Alert
iPhone
on that thing.
and you made fun of me for like a year because I got the white iPhone? You're like, why'd you get white? Remember that?
Yeah, but that was like a thing back in the day.
I was like, I don't know. I just got white. I thought it was cool.
Well, it was like when you get your ears pierced in both
Yeah.
ears. People were like, "Oh, that's cool," but a lot of people didn't realize, hey, you know what that means, right? The white iPhone, you know what that means, right? A lot of people didn't
Signaling.
catch that.
Yeah.
Wasn't it supposed to be the one?
It's
Hearing
like
about
it's like the right one or the left one or something like that.
Yeah,
No,
there's
I
a
think
code
was
to it.
both.
Only the people
Fred,
at GameStop know.
It
what we're
was
talking about.
if you have the left ear, you're straight. If you have the right ear, you're not.
Oh,
And if you had them
yeah,
both
yeah.
pierced, that means you went both ways.
Oh, shit.
That's what that meant back in the day. That was the
I remember
90s.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, my
Nice.
fingers are too fat to get the pen out, so I'm gonna have to get a new case anyway. But I didn't want to use the phone without a case and then be stupid.
Frank likes big buttons, and he cannot lie. There you go.
It's funny.
You're lucky I didn't get the what was that phone? The June bug or something. What was that stupid old people phone they used to
That
sell?
was the
Oh,
June
yeah.
bug. Yes.
Yeah,
Jitterbug.
the jitterbug. You're lucky I
Jitterbug.
didn't get one of those.
Jitterbug.
No, but with the weight, with the rate that you're going, you're headed that way.
You'll see.
They have a
Next, that's what I'm getting
smartphone jitterbug. You know that, right?
Oh
Really?
my-
Yeah, they
I gotta
do.
look it up. I want to see it.
I remember
Is
the
it-
Verizon side flip phone. Remember that thing?
No,
Jitterbug
dude, that was
smartphone?
like from fucking 15 years ago.
Oh, this thing looks horrid.
That
This
phone was
jitterbug
like this
smartphone.
big, and you can only call 5 people on it.
Okay, this smartphone jitterbug, it just has giant like app. They're not even they're like banners, like
Oh my
phone
God.
text message. It looks
Let
horrible.
me see. I'm gonna look it up.
They're calling to you, sir.
Oh, an affordable unlimited talk plan. All right, maybe you know what?
Oh
I don't know.
God, this thing is
It's
terrible.
funny.
Unlimited talk plan because they know you're not going to be talking that long.
Oh damn!
You'll be in the grave before you know it.
Do my minutes roll over to heaven? No.
No, they don't.
Before
to
you get
pay-
the bill in the mail, you'll be out of here.
You have to get a new plan when you get to the afterlife. You have to. It's roaming, so you have to pay more.
Ryan, take care,
Wow.
buddy. Have a good one. Thanks for
Take care,
hanging out
man.
tonight.
Take care, Bryant.
I got the privacy screen protector. He's being so discreet, this guy.
I didn't get that.
Yeah, a lot of people have that.
He. I don't say anything. Oh, I don't know what that means.
Tee.
I don't even have a screen protector.
You're living on thin ice, Fred.
I am. I need to get like a thing to cover up this charger port. This charger port always gets like dirty and shit.
Get the otter.
The my dad has to get that because where he works and shit. He needs that.
The otter box.
My wife had an upside down pineapple phone case for years. I didn't know what it meant. I don't know what
Oh,
that means.
no.
Well,
RWK, you're so fucked up, man.
god damn it.
Well, there you go. That's what he wrote.
Oh,
He's
boy.
either lying or
Yeah, he's definitely
He-
trolling.
he's
Is there
just being
roaming in hell? Yes.
no. In hell, you have to use dial-up.
Dial up and fucking only the phones that are on the wall, no cordless phones.
And every
Only-
time you go to download a song, your mom's on the phone halfway
Only-
through.
The rotary
There's nothing you
phones.
can
How
do.
about that?
You
Oh,
only
no.
use
Yeah.
there's only landlines in hell. That's it.
That's what he said like an hour ago.
An hour
Like 2 seconds ago.
You know, I posted a photo in the group chat last night, and then Fred posted it today. Like, hey guys, look. I'm like,
I
bro,
didn't
I
even
posted
notice.
that like 5 hours ago.
That's my favorite though, because sometimes I really do miss shit, and then I'll be
Yeah, I
like,
missed a lot.
But
of it.
you come in
but-
with receipts like a bat out of hell. You're like, look, I posted this 16 hours ago, and you have
Well,
the
because
screenshot.
well, here's the thing. Like, Jesus does that shit,
Yeah,
and
I know.
I try to tell him like, hey, I already posted that, so that like when nobody comments on it, he doesn't like feel like, oh, nobody cares about me. I'm like, we already looked at this. That's why.
Right.
And he's like, oh, well, you didn't post the link. It's like, I posted a fucking picture. What do you mean the link?
Usually, if I like miss stuff, I'll just scroll back and look at everything you said in case something
Yeah.
important or whatever.
Yeah, I'm not trying to like big league anybody. I'm just trying to
No,
let
I
you guys know, like, hey, if nobody reacts to this, it's because I already posted this shit.
Right. No, I
But
know, I know
Fred
what you mean.
literally looked at the chat, downloaded that photo, and then 5 hours later posted the photo in the chat again.
I will say though, sometimes you'll repost something on Twitter and then I'll send it to you guys, and I'm like, wait, I got it from him. Like I'll realize that you reposted
Yeah, I
it.
didn't even realize. I just saw it real quick and posted it. I forgot.
AO Hell, I remember that app
Ew, hell.
where you could punt people offline. Punting was great.
We were live when AOL died. We
Yeah,
were
that's right.
Together.
AOL still exists, but you have to pay for it now. Again,
Only
AOL
old
Gold.
people use AOL.
You got mail.
I use AOL.
Oh, never mind. My dad uses AOL, but it has to like text him a code to log in. Like it's like secured now.
Yeah,
Which
you
is
know what
stupid.
happened here? Good thing I didn't send this phone right away because it was trying to text my old phone number from like 10 years ago that I don't have anymore.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh shit. And it's like, if you have access to your account on your other device, just go to the settings and change the password. So I changed all my passwords on here and changed the phone number.
Right.
So now I can log in on my new phones.
Yeah, I'm not gonna bring mine back till like Saturday because just in case something like that. I was thinking that like, oh, there might be something I
Yeah,
forgot.
make sure you got everything going before you do anything else.
Yeah.
Because I didn't think of that. And if I sent it back, I would have been screwed big time.
Right.
AOL on dial-up was a great memory. Yeah, it was. I mean, it was torture, but we went through it so that you guys could have broadband now.
We crawled so you guys could run.
Mm-hmm.
56K.
A lot of people don't realize that it was a different world back then.
It was completely different. Now
You would go
instantaneously-
online just to talk to people and sign off, or write an email and sign off. Now we are online like all day long.
You can never sign off.
Like
Which
this
kinda
phone, we
sucks.
had cell phones, but they didn't connect to the internet. They just made phone calls.
Remember how
Yeah.
cool we thought Nextel was? Like, how lame is that? Thinking about it now.
Oh yeah, it was a phone that was a walkie-talkie. I mean, it was
thought it
cool
was
for
so
like a
cool.
minute. Now you got the Apple Watch, and it's like the Dick Tracy shit.
Yeah, we literally have all that.
It took-
Crazy.
Took a while. You know, I'm shocked that Apple didn't like partner with like Disney to do a Dick Tracy watch. You know how fucking
would've been
crazy that would have been?
Why didn't they ever make the 007 one? That would have been cool too.
They could have done that.
And every
Yeah.
time you look at it,
Those
there's,
things
like,
were sold out like
backwards.
crazy. Are you kidding me?
Oh yeah. I remember the away messages. Everyone would be emo in their away messages.
Oh, the best was there was an HTML script where if somebody clicked on your away message, you could see who actually clicked on it.
Oh wow.
That's how it would catch a lot of people, man.
I didn't know that.
I would be like, oh, so this person's looking at my away messages.
That's funny.
Everything was so dramatic back then online.
So away messages, you would put like, you could put whatever you want. So, you know, we'd put funny things on there. But people could like see that you're away, and then they could message you, and it keeps it in a little box until you come back. So when I came back from like the store, I had like messages in the box.
Yeah.
And then you open the messages, and it's like them like being stupid back to you. It was great, man. Now
Just
you got
remember
texting
people-
on your phone, and it's like it's cool, but it's not as fun as it was on AIM.
It's not the same too, because like you'd be sitting there and you'd be waiting for someone to sign on, and then you'd be like, "Oh, they're on!" Like it was a whole big deal back then.
I remember the sign on
Well, remember,
sounds.
people would sign on and instantly put an away message up,
Yeah, like they're on. Damn it!
and then you could hit the eye icon that makes you seem like you're online, but you're offline, but you're online, but you're offline. It would annoy the shit out of people.
Yeah,
because it always play your sound, your
Yeah,
sign in sound.
sign and sound. I remember Nick would just leave it all. He used to always play AOL Pool for some reason, and he would
Okay,
just
so
always
he
play
was
that.
85 years old back then. You're
Back
making fun of
then.
me for being old.
Yeah, and he was playing that, and you would always hear like the sign on things every time, like super loud. You just hear a guitar riff, like like all like from the Creed "What If" fucking song is like. Then there's like there's so many funny ones, man. Like
There was
That
a
was so
CM Punk
badass.
aim icon from
Wow.
ECW, from WWE's ECW. You can also, at one point, you were able to make your own icon photos. You can upload them.
I had the guitar from Bring Me to Life.
And
That was
then
like
what's
emo.
and then towards the end of AIM, you could drop in photos with audio. So it was really cool.
that shit's awesome, man. It's such a simpler time that nobody knew what it would become.
It sucks
you
that
know?
it turned into tech. I mean, texting is streamlined for sure, but and you could do all that shit with the images and the audio and all that stuff. But
Because this was just before
it's just not the same, man.
MySpace came out. You know what I mean? Because then when MySpace came out, then everything became a social media
Texting-
type thing.
When you were
Yeah.
messaging someone on AOL or AIM or whatever, if they weren't away, they were talking back to you. Now you text people, and it's like they'll type back to you right away or whatever, or they'll wait like weeks or months on end,
Yeah. It's
or they'll
true.
see your text and forget that you text them because they're busy with other shit.
I just
or-
don't like always being
Or you'll
on.
text somebody and then they'll instantly call you, and it's like, what?
Yeah.
Like, texting is convenient, but it's at the same time inconvenient with certain things. So
It was nice being able to sign off and just go into life and not think about it. But now you can't escape. Like, you're
well,
just
yeah,
always
going
connected.
online, like I said, it didn't rule the day. It was like you went on
Yeah.
for a little bit, you signed off, you played video games, you went out, you did shit. But now
everyone-
the internet
Yeah.
is your life. Like, it has consumed everything.
And everybody has a phone, and when
You
someone
can't
texts
watch
you and you don't
TV without
reply-
the internet, for Christ's sakes. Now,
Sucks.
Yeah, if someone texts you and they don't reply, they assume they're like, "Well, he has a
AOL
phone,
would
he
go
has two."
down, and when it would go down, I would just watch a movie or play a game. Now, if the internet goes down in your house,
You're dead.
you can't play anything.
You got to rely on your.
You can't
physical
watch
media.
TV unless you have DVDs or whatever.
Remember they used to sell AOL by the hour? Like, that's how little
Yeah.
we
Oh,
used
I
it back
fucking
then.
know.
Like,
And then people weren't subscribing, so they would give you like 5,000 hours, and it's
Yeah.
like no one could use 5,000 hours, and you really couldn't back then. But it was their way of saying, "Please just sign up."
Yeah, please sign
Right.
up.
And then they did the unlimited thing, and then they, you guys probably don't even know this, but they fucked everybody over who was paying every month. We switched over to DSL, and we were paying for AOL. We were paying $20 a month for fucking AOL. Well, guess what? They weren't telling people this, but if you had broadband, you didn't have to pay every month.
wow.
And they were robbing everybody. So we called up and we got a refund for like a year.
Oh,
They were like, "Oh,
Back
we're so
pay.
sorry," right? But if you called them out on it, but if you didn't call them out on it, guess what? You were paying
They keep
$20 a
charging
month
you.
still. It's bullshit.
You know, it was funny too. My parents' friends tried to convince them to not use AOL and use Juno. And my dad was like,
Oh,
"I'm not
yeah.
using this."
Yeah, Juno, that was a big scam, man, because I used to use it.
Juno.
And Juno would call long distance numbers without telling you.
what?
Yeah, so what would happen is you would pick local numbers, so you wouldn't get charged long distance.
Yeah.
However, if those numbers were busy, it would automatically connect you to any number.
Oh my god.
And my grandmother got a bill for like $200 or $300 because I would go and fucking email on Juno and connect with Juno.
They convinced you that it was free, but it really wasn't.
It wasn't free. Net Zero was free, but you got ads. So shout out to Net Zero, but
Yeah.
Come on, you got to use Juno.
Juno.
Dude, it was the Wild West back then. Like, we didn't even know.
You didn't
after
know
that.
what-
you had
what letter was coming
Prodigy,
to your house with a
CompuServe,
bill?
AOL. And Yahoo ended up buying. Verizon ended up buying Yahoo and AOL.
Yeah.
So they're under the same banner now.
Yeah.
That 3.6. Yeah, I had a
One second.
I had a 336 modem. So the 56K I got with the IBM Aptiva was built in.
What did the Packard Bell have? Because I guess that was
The
what
Packard Bell
had
had nothing. I had to put a 336 in there.
I guess that's what we put in there then. I don't know.
No, you had a 56K.
Oh, okay. I was going fast, lightning speeds.
I set up an NT4 server or proxy downstairs, two 56K modems using binding. And it was networked to my wife's PC and mine. When you would launch a browser or email client, it would auto dial out to the internet. Nice. Yeah, AOL added the auto dial feature after a point. But I don't think you guys, well, you remember Mento, but AOL, so many people signed up for it that you couldn't connect. You literally couldn't connect to the internet. And people were complaining. They're like, we're paying for this. We can't connect. We can't. People would connect, but then they would get instantly booted off because the servers were overloaded. Not the servers, but the phone lines.
I remember.
And that's when AOL started doing like this regional shit where they added like 10 numbers in your local regional area.
They would try to entice you with the new versions. Like, oh, AOL 6.0, you got to get this. It's so good.
They got up to 9.7, but they never had AOL 10.
No. I remember the commercial for 7.0. They used to play it over and over.
7.0 was like Windows 7. It was like the operating system. It was like the app.
Yeah.
For AOL.
It was a much better time back then. It sucked in a lot of ways, but it was better in a lot of ways.
Yes. I got to do a video on that that Quake crack.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I'm surprised Modern Vintage Gamer never did a video on that.
Yeah,
this guy, he shows all this shit and he never showed that thing.
Was I talking to you guys about loading a picture? Or maybe I was talking to somebody else where you had the lines?
Yeah. You talked to us about that.
It's like so stupid.
I got in trouble for that. My ISP was pissed off because I had two connections. They wanted to charge me double. I kindly pointed out there that there was nothing in the user agreement that prohibited what I was doing. That's true, man. If it's not in the terms of service, then no harm, no foul. Plus, there's two different people in your house using the computer. I mean, come on. If I get the new internet, I can get mesh system. Wow, mesh is nice. Or Wi-Fi extender covers 3,000 square feet, extra $10. Should I get it or buy my own?
Wi-Fi extenders are dicey, brother.
Dude, I would just pay if you, because then it's not your problem. Because I've never had success with the extenders or anything.
No, just get the mesh.
Get the mesh.
Yeah, and then it's their problem. If you're like, hey, I'm all the way over here and it doesn't work, you got to fix it. Like, then they're on the hook for $10. Let's do it.
They left me alone. Eventually, I left anyway, and I moved to broadband. Yeah, hell yeah.
That's awesome.
I went to Bell Atlantic DSL, which ended up becoming Verizon DSL. And then 1 year later, Cablevision offered cable. So I was like, I'm doing cable.
I went right from dial-up to Cablevision cable. I never had DSL in between.
DSL was good, but the problem with DSL was you had to install these phone filters in your phone lines. And it was good, but I just wasn't getting enough speed. It was getting to be a pain in the ass. The modem would always overheat. I had to keep rebooting the fucking thing. It was annoying.
It's annoying.
And then we got cable. And that was it, man. Never looked back.
I just wanted cable.
And
so
then
I
you
could
got
watch,
fiber
like,
optics. I upgraded to that like a little over 10 years ago. 13 years now I've had it.
Yeah, you got it
Been
before
great.
me.
Yeah, I got it in 2012.
I wanted cable because I went to my friend's house and we were back. That was the days of like E-Bombs World and Newgrounds, and he was like, "Look how fast you can watch these." And I was like, "Holy crap! I need this in my house." And I told my parents, I was like, "There's fast internet. You don't understand." And then they figured out like, "Oh, okay, it's Cablevision," and they call and set it up and stuff.
Well, your
And my dad-
father, my mom never wanted me to have AOL because she was afraid people would come to the house. And your father had to convince her, like, hey, no one's going to come to the house because he's not stupid enough to give his address out.
Right.
And she's like, I guess you're right.
My dad, who still types with one finger, was a pioneer. He wanted cable because he wanted to do eBay because he would get outbid because we were on dial-up and he would miss out on stuff. And then he was like, "Oh, I got to get that so I could bid on stuff."
He could bite on stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was my confirmation or something. He talked her into letting her get me AOL. Because there was, okay, so this is a funny story. So I was in an AOL chat room on Ryan's account, right? Ryan would come over and I would use AOL, or I'd go to his house and use AOL. And I was in a chat room. There was a guy named Pimp Harry, okay? So back then, you didn't need an email address. You just typed in the username and the password. So I typed in Pimp Harry and I typed in password Pimp and it worked.
It's amazing.
So I was using this guy's account for like 2 years.
Oh my God.
And your dad knew. And he told my mom, he was like, Jesus Christ, this guy's using the Pimp's account.
The Pimp's account.
Yeah. And she was like, oh, whatever. I'll let him get his own account. And I still have it. So.
Yeah. I remember those old days.
But that was funny.
Simpler
Yeah.
times.
Pimp Harry, his password was Pimp.
Not very
Before you
secure.
needed like a capital and a number and a like a symbol. Like that was back before the case sensitive shit.
I had 5 megabits per second, and I might not be getting 1 gig through coax pretty soon, not fiber.
How the hell are they going to push that
Well,
through
one
coax?
1 gig either way. I mean, you're good, but
Can they really do that through coax?
well, my fiber originally had coax with it, and then when they upgraded me, like what was it, like 2 years ago, a year ago, whatever it was,
yeah.
they said, yeah, you don't need the coax anymore. So you can get
fuck it.
coax with fiber. I mean, it is what it is. RWK, don't worry about it. Just have the guy hook it up.
Just get the 1 gig, get the mesh. I'm telling you, dude.
Get the
you're gonna
mesh
be
and you're all
thankful.
set. Windows 98 people would have their network neighborhood unsecured. You could literally browse it. Oh, wow. Browse all their files on their PCs. I remember I connected, it was 2007. It was right after literally the week of the Benoit stuff. Granny was away. She was in Ohio. So I stayed at the apartment and I connected to somebody's Wi-Fi and I was just like looking up WWE stuff. The guy locked me out of the Wi-Fi and he put a thing up there that said WWE. And I was like, what an asshole.
Oh, wow.
Damn.
Because I was downloading like the Observer because it was, this stuff was happening like in real time.
Yeah.
So I went across the street at like 2:00 in the morning to Carvel. There's a little bench there, but you could connect to somebody's Wi-Fi. And I was like trying to download the Observer on there.
That's funny.
So I could like hear about what the hell's happening with this whole thing.
It's the best Carvel right there.
It's still there.
Mhm.
I had to do the trenching. Oh God, like you don't have machines to do that. Stop being a crybaby.
Hey,
It'll be
my
worth
dad-
it. Let me tell
my
you
dad
something,
and
man.
I
It'll be
trenched
worth
this.
it. It'll be worth it in the end. Tell them what you did.
Yeah, we got the machine and we did the rented it and we trenched from the house all the way out here to put the internet and the electric and stuff.
Starlink. We didn't have Starlink in
Sucks,
07.
Starlink's really expensive too, I think. That's a problem.
You would think somebody with money would make it a little less expensive for people that don't have money.
Oh no.
I didn't know they had rich people internet.
They do apparently. It's called Starlink.
They do now.
Yeah, RWK, you probably don't you have
Don't
all
you
that
realize you'd
machinery.
get more customers if you catered to the poor a little bit?
Yeah. It's not that bad. You got to trench it and put the pipe in. It's expensive, but
He doesn't know how to lay pipe. Anyway.
Wow.
jeez.
Damn.
On $400 in
man.
trenching so far. I got it all done. I even hit a gas line. Oh God.
You didn't call before you dig? Come on. You don't still see those signs everywhere?
Don't you have a survey of your property?
Mine wasn't that far. Mine was only, I don't know. I don't remember how many feet.
My pine trees are tall for Starlink. My neighbor has it.
Or too tall for
It's in and
Starlink,
out.
okay.
Oh wow, it doesn't even work right. Look at that.
Isn't it very expensive though? I thought I heard that somewhere. Maybe
Yeah,
you told me
I
that,
guess
or
it's
did you?
expensive and they can't even get it. It keeps going in and out.
Well, it's just from satellite.
Might as well
so it's
stick an
like-
antenna on your roof.
Yeah.
Ah, that sucks. Yeah, see.
Oh no. Hey, then that's not your fault.
True.
Oh shit. Well, at least you found it and you won't fucking blow anything up next time.
He was digging and he was smoking a cigarette at the same time.
Yeah.
Fred, you can go to bed.
I go to bed now? Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna end in like 10 minutes, but you could go to sleep.
All right. I wasn't falling asleep or anything. I'm warming my hands up by the heater because I'm cold as shit right now.
Nah, you fell asleep.
I got it to 87 degrees in here. I'm nice and toasty.
Be nice and toasty. I don't
How do you
know how
not
cold
spend
it
the
is.
night in that place?
It's kind of scary. I don't know.
Your
I don't
house
wanna-
is right next to you.
I don't know. In the summer maybe I will.
You put a
but-
lock on that door, right?
Yeah, I can
Then
lock
who the
it.
hell's
and I
coming
have-
in?
And this pulls out into a bed, the futon, so and I have a big TV.
How
Yeah,
big
see?
is-
Yeah, here.
How big is this shit? I don't even know if I've ever seen it. Like, how
12
I've never been in
by
there.
12 feet by like 20 something feet, I think. I forget.
Wow. That's pretty nice.
Yeah, that's okay, because I'm building a whole new house in my backyard.
Yeah, yours is obviously going to be better to entertain people. This is just for me, this little thing.
Yeah, exactly. It works.
The lady showered at my house when I was dark and trying to locate. What?
Whoa, that sounds cool.
A lady showed up at my house when it was dark and I was trying to locate or lactate. What's this guy saying?
Don't blame it on the dark that you missed with the pipe. You'll find it.
Was there water line close to the gas line? Uh-oh.
Over here, they would never let that fly. It's because you live in like nowhere's. If they will find the line for you here and like make sure you do not hit it.
Well, that's the whole thing. When you build stuff, you got to call everybody and you get permits and all this bullshit.
Which is a huge pain in the ass over here. But that's why, like, this technically, I built a big pad with gravel and stuff because it's not a permanent structure.
She was the locator for the dig ticket. No water. Why the hell did she come there at nighttime?
Because it's, I don't know.
Who knows?
Then she could say, "Oh, I didn't see it because it was dark."
Hey,
don't do my
that's
job.
actually a good excuse.
Yeah.
Bummer. There you go. All right. Any questions in the chat? We'll give you guys like 5 minutes, and then we're out of here because there's nothing to
It's no
talk about
tomorrow.
unless there's drama. Go ahead. Why don't you check Twitter one more time?
I'm checking.
See if anybody's cursing anybody out about video games.
I have to
Try-
look this up.
Try not to go out tomorrow because it's
Can we
gonna
get
be
some more
icy.
likes, please?
Oh, I did see this. Avowed director Smile suggests PS5 release. Did you see the interview with the lady?
No, but
The-
I heard
the
you guys
guy-
talking about it.
The guy straight up asked her. He was like, "So we all know this is coming to PS5," and she was just like, "Hee hee." Like, obviously it is.
Yeah,
Yes, it
there's no
is.
reason to have an Xbox at this point.
No.
We all know that.
Rumor: Xbox acquire warrant. Yeah.
If you already
okay,
have an
I've heard that.
Xbox and you're happy with it, good. Just keep it. Don't throw it out. Don't trade it in. Don't do any of that. Unless you're really fed up with it. I'm keeping mine and that's it. I will never buy another Xbox as long as I live because what is the point?
Yeah.
There's no
I'm just
point
gonna-
anymore. Whatever their next hardware is, it's just there's pointless. What is the point? You know?
I'm just gonna keep the ones I have, so I could. This one out here, I could watch 4K movies on and do Game Pass. That's it.
Venger, the $2 super chat. Thank you so much, buddy.
Thanks, man.
Thank you. Should I pay $22 to play Avowed 5 days early?
No, because you're gonna get cracked day one,
yeah.
and you can play it
Okay.
for free early, like I did with Indiana Jones. And I
Good
ended up
idea.
buying the pass anyway, and guess what? I never reloaded it. So there you go.
Good idea.
Thank you for the likes. I appreciate that, everybody.
Thank you, guys.
I
Um,
don't see anything crazy happening.
well, there's always
Oh.
tomorrow, right? When we're not here anymore.
The
Yeah.
minute we
I
get
think,
off,
I
of
think
here.
if anything, we'll probably get a date for the PlayStation event next week. That's rumored. We'll
Yeah.
probably get that. At
we'll
some
we'll
point.
cover it. Maybe if it's not me and Frank, it'll be me and Anthony. We'll cover that show, depending on what time. If it's late at night, we'll see. If it's like 5 o'clock at night, I don't know. We'll see what happens. See who we can
Yeah.
get on here. Yeah, I guess that's it. Everyone, what did it say? Okay, he's talking RWK. Everyone, take care. Stay safe. Have a good one.
Take care, everybody.
Take care, everyone.
And we'll catch you guys later. Peace.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah,
Good night,
have a
guys.
good night.
Right. They all left me again. All right. Everyone, I'm out. I don't know if I'm streaming tonight. I don't think so, but I'll stream tomorrow. It's supposed to snow tonight. We might get like 4 inches or something, so I'll be here all day tomorrow. So maybe I'll stream some more Marvel. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. But I'll catch you guys later. Peace.